The following may contain offensive language, adult humor, and or content that some viewers may find offensive. The views and opinions expressed by any one speaker does not explicitly or necessarily reflect or represent those of Mark Radulich or W2M Network. Please listen with caution, or don't listen at all. Happy New Year! Woo! It's the year of our Lord, 2024. And I am your host of this Metal Hammer of Doom Jukebox, the mandated reporter, and frankly, I'm mortified, Mr. Mark Radulich. And over there is my hetero life mate, my brother from another mother. He is the man they call Jesse, otherwise known as the Starch. How do you do, sir?
Oh, good, Mark Radulich. It's good to be ringing in 2024 on the Metal Hammer of Doom Jukebox. I'm excited, man. It's going to be fun.
We started this little Metal Hammer of Doom Jukebox thing over a year ago, and you can't believe we're still doing it. We haven't given up on this yet.
Man, when you told me, like when we reached the end of the corner, from the corner to the deuce, I almost messed it up there for a second. I couldn't believe how much time had passed then.
Yeah.
So, and here we've been doing this for about a year. It's just time doesn't stop, man. Believe it or not, time does not stop.
This is our second year in review show that we've done since we started the Metal Hammer of Doom Jukebox.
Man, oh man.
Because we killed the Metal Hammer of Doom mercifully at the end of 2021. Like the fall last quarter of 2021. And then we did like the Christmas show. And then we kicked off the year with the best in metal of 2021 in 2022. And now we're in 2024, and we're looking back at the year of our Lord 2023. How about that?
It's crazy stuff, man. What a year.
I don't know about your 2022, Jesse, but mine sucked.
Your 2023?
My 2022, my 2023. So
I was going to say, are you starting at 2022 on purpose?
Yeah, it's all 1 year.
It's all blended together.
But a couple of things. This is going to be like our Christmas show where I'm just like lamenting my terrible life.
I forgot about that show.
It's all over TikTok. It's 2024, and I'm looking forward, Jesse Starcher. I'm looking forward. New year, new me. That's what they say. And I kicked off New Year's in a very, very different way. Last New Year's, right? We had just moved 87 people into my house. And 80 of those 87 people promised we would go do something fun and kinky on New Year's. And instead, I watched my now ex-wife and her current emotional support boy watch college football while I put on earphones and tried to ignore everyone while watching ESPN on my phone.
Sounds exciting.
You remember that? We talked about that. The whole show that we whole New Year's show, we talked about what'd you do for New Year's? You're like, slept. Remember that?
Probably. That's not different from any other day around here.
If you'll recall, that New Year's was the Kelsey, the emotional support boys Bog Witch.
Oh. So many nicknames.
Yeah. The Kelsey asked for pot at like a quarter to midnight. And so me and the emotional support boy had to go like running through the streets of Brandon
I
and
do recall
Valrico
that. Yes.
to go find her legal pot at midnight.
I could have hooked you up with my cousin. He probably could have hooked you up. He's right around that area.
And we came home at like 12:30. Like we missed midnight with with the family. So this year, the Bog Witch is gone. We're just down to the ex, the emotional support boy, and the 2 kids and myself. And there was no way in God's fucking green earth I was spending New Year's in this house, right?
Right.
So, if you follow me on social media, you know that I'm never too far from a hot woman. They may not be my girlfriend. In many cases, they're not my girlfriend. Let's not be. I mean, let's not go crazy.
Let's be realistic here.
Let's be in reality, safely in reality. I have a lot of friends. This one particular hot blonde befriended me at the Clutch show, as a matter of fact. Around the time that Melissa and I split, we still were hanging out until she destroyed that. But at the time, we went to go see the Clutch show together, and I see this blonde, looks like she's like got her hair in like Viking Native American braids and some shit, and she's with this older fucker whose beard is braided. I'm like, where the hell am I? And they're talking about like Machine Head, and they're talking about some other shows, and because I would rather talk to them than Melissa. I wonder why we separated. I turn around and I start chatting them up because I always make a friend, Jesse. Anytime I go to a concert, I make a friend. That's why I've been going alone lately because I'm always going to make a friend wherever I go. So I interjected myself into their conversation, and her name is Heather. And Heather's like, oh my God, we've all been to the same shows. Are you going to Misfits and Mayhem? I am going to Misfits and Mayhem. Megadeth, rather. And she's like, oh my God, I'll be there too. And I'm like, hot dog, let's hang out and be gay. It'll be fantastic. So I made a friend that night, and I saw her at the concert, and I brought Jack. That was when I brought the Jackie with me, and her and the Jackie, it was like Betty and Veronica. Let me tell you.
Oh boy.
On drugs.
What on drugs?
Not saying who. I'm not saying both. I'm just saying it was like I was Archie and they were Betty and Veronica, except that we were living in the Sons of Anarchy universe. Anyway, I didn't talk to her for a little while after that. Kind of lost touch with each other, and then she showed up on my Facebook feed under a code name. like she's fucking working for Cobra. And I'm like, hey, I know you. I walked with you once upon a dream.
The Viper.
Yes. So I said, like, why is your code name Barbecue? No. So I see her on
pork
Facebook.
chop sandwiches.
Shipwreck, but why? So me and code name Lady J, I noticed who that is. And I'm like, hey, that's Heather. So I reached out to her and I'm like, hey, long time no talk. She's like, oh my God, friend. So we hooked up. We not that kind of hooked up. It's easy, Tiger. We went and got coffee, and we were like, she was like, what do you do? This is, I think, November. She's like, what are you doing for New Year's? I didn't have New Year's plans at that point. Well, I did. I was probably going to go to a play party. You know the type, Jesse. You've been there.
I've been tested and approved.
Not that kind of tested. The other kind of tested. So, I was going to go to the monthly play party that was happening on New Year's Eve. I was just going to go by myself, and I figured, I'm not exclusively partnered with anyone, and I don't have plans with a partner for New Year's. I'll just go to this party and go meet a new friend. But then she snagged me up, and she was like, do you have plans for New Year's? I'm like, I don't. I might go to this party. She's like, what if you hung out with me and we went and did something not that far from where we live? And I'm like, sure. So Jesse, you know what we did?
Tell me.
Went to the Lowry Parkade in Tampa.
Oh yeah, I think I saw some pictures.
Yeah. So me and Scarlett.
O'Hara?
No, the joke is now because she doesn't go by her real name on Facebook. She goes by some weird name. So we just keep naming her different. We keep naming her different G.I. Joe characters.
Yes, her Facebook picture is an actual file cut out from the back of her G.I. Joe card.
I don't understand why you Baroness.
Please.
It's all right, Sergeant Slaughter. Calm down.
Yeah. So, like I said, me and Recondo, We went to the Lowry Parkade and we drank fancy beer and we played video games and we had a really fun night. It was nice to go like with somebody who like isn't a romantic partner who can like it was fun to hang out with her. Like we played knock hockey and what do you call it? The hockey game. We played regular video games because it's like all like retro or what do you call them, cabinets, Jesse?
Oh, is it a barcade?
Yeah, it's a barcade.
I love barcades.
But I was just going to ask, like you said, parkade with the P, like Paul, right?
Yeah.
And is there like golf involved or something?
No, I know how you would think that, but no, it's just
Okay.
it's literally just a room full of classic cabinets like NBA Jam, Blitz, Rampage.
With the jam.
They got they got, speaking of the Wendigo, they got X-Men, Simpsons.
Thanks, buddy.
All kinds of stuff. Then they got what's that called? Foosball,
Yeah.
Got that.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then like there's a bar there. They got it's known for its pinball machines. Lots of like really great pinball there. And I've actually done karaoke at this place. This is a lot of fun.
Naked?
If you ever decide to leave Ohio for once in your life, I'm gonna take you to Lowry Parkade.
All right. I'll remember.
Naked?
Naked. I'll go.
No.
The man loves naked karaoke. How am I supposed to know?
Not every place is naked, sir.
No, well, not every place is allowed to be naked. You can be naked anywhere.
Yeah, but me and Dr. Mindbender, we had a really good time on New Year's, and like it was not as much as things might have sucked last year and the year before that. Like going forward, knowing that like I have friends, I'm still dating, and I'm kind of free to be me. It's a nice feeling. So the same friend, I took Lily out for her birthday. We got a lunch. Went to go see The Color Purple, and same gal, Serpentor. She texted me out of the blue, and like we had talked about like, oh, we're gonna go to this concert together. We're gonna go, like, she's going to Machine Head, like it's one of her favorite bands. Like, so we're gonna go to Machine Head together. We're going to Rockville. Jesse, I'm going to Rockville this year.
Oh,
I've
man.
never been to Welcome to Rockville, and every metalhead in Florida, it's the only show they ever go to, and it's the show I've never been to, and I'm going this year.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Clutch is going to be there. They actually just announced that. They're going to be they announced a new tour, and one of the tour dates is Welcome to Rockville.
Big multi-stage kind of deal.
Yeah, it's 4 days and like 1,000 bands or some shit. It's
Holy shit.
Yeah, we got like a Rock on the Range up in Columbus. And
yeah,
it's
that's
kinda
every
similar to that.
state and city.
We had the infamous Blue Ridge Rock Festival. I'm sure everybody heard about that this past year.
What happened? Tell me.
You talked about it.
Yeah. The pretty much the venue canceled like on that Saturday, claiming weather, but a lot of people have said since that actually the venue just mistreated most of their staff and they went on strike.
Oh man.
Like it was really rough, but like the weather was also dog shit. The traffic was dog shit. I knew the traffic would be dog shit. That area, it's up in like that Rockingham like raceway area, so like it's not built for large queues of people, So it was a fucking disaster. The company still hasn't refunded the ticket money, by the way. So they claim that the reason we haven't said anything is for legal reasons. I'm like, I'm sure.
Jesse, your youngest is 10 years old, right?
Correct.
So in 8 years, you're no longer legally responsible for him, and you can be free.
I guess.
Okay. In 8 years, Jesse, start saving money now. Start taking your overtime. I know you wanted to buy a house.
Time.
I know you want to buy a house, but come on. What kind of investment is a house?
Right.
This is a better investment. Take some money, put it to the side every little bit every year for the next 8 years. Me and you, Rocklahoma.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's it. Do you have room for a third in this party?
And once again, I'm in a threesome I didn't want to be in, but yes.
Well, don't worry. This time I'll know. You just tell me, and I'll know when to leave.
Okay.
You say the word, and I'll get it.
Start hoping
it's banana.
Ooh, I didn't know we were having safe words now.
But yes, Jesse, 8 years, Rocklahoma. You heard it here
Rocklahoma.
on the Metal Hammer of Doom
Wow.
Jukebox.
All right then.
So, yeah, me and let's see, who haven't I called?
Storm Shadow.
Yeah, me and Snake Eyes. The Snake Eyes called me and she was like, "Hey, what are you doing right now?" And I'm like, "Being with my daughter. Leave me alone." She's like, "Well, are you gonna be with your daughter all night? I mean, come on, how much time do you really need to spend with your girl?" And I'm like, "Anything." So she's like, "What do you?" It's like, "Are you free tonight?" Me and my buddy have an extra ticket to get this. This was, and these are like big around here. I don't know if they're big in like your area of Ohio or your area of North Carolina, but here in the Florida, cover bands and like, yeah, cover bands of not just the band, but a genre are fucking huge right now.
Huh.
And like, they're not just playing, Moe's Tavern. She invited me to get this. It was a pop rock of the 90s cover band called Saved by the 90s, and they were playing the House of Blues at Disney Springs.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's a big venue.
I did something like this last year. There were 3 cover bands that were on together. It was Nirvana with 2 N's, and then it was like a Red Hot Chili Peppers cover band, and then like a Chris Cornell one. I saw with the Jackie, as you may remember, Hardwired, the Metallica cover band, and then the Pantera Experience. That was another one. Last year around this time, there was a show called When We Were Punk, and it was like a Green Day cover band, a Rancid cover band, and I can't remember the third one. But yeah, these are fucking huge now. So she had this extra ticket to Save by the 90s. Let me tell you the fucking musical whiplash of this band.
Oh, really?
They played they obviously played like Smash Mouth, and they played I think they played like the Dave Matthews Band at one point. They played Sheryl Crow, then flipped it and played fucking Metallica and
Sheryl Crow.
Yeah, they played All I Want to Do.
Wow.
And it was so funny because Big Lob, she's definitely into her metal. I'm reaching now for fucking G.I. Joe.
A whole lot of Vipers out there. I'll just put that out there as the story continues.
How many Dukes were there?
Astro
I
Viper.
haven't done that one yet. I haven't done the obvious ones. Yeah, so Duke, she's really into the metal, and she's not so much into the country. And there was a couple of times where I think they played like Garth Brooks at one point. They played Sheryl Crow. They played Melissa Etheridge. And she wasn't quite doing the I'm emo, I don't dance thing, but she was definitely like, not really into this.
Yeah.
And then like at one point they were playing like New Kids on the Block or something. Oh, dude, they played like Belle Biv DeVoe, and she's like, "What is this?"
Okay, hold on. How old is she?
Flint is 10 years younger than me.
Okay. Well, she was definitely alive to experience the 90s.
Yeah.
So that's what I was worried about for a second.
Born 1976, so like 1990, I'm a freshman in high school. By 1998, I graduated college.
Yeah.
So my formative years were the entire decade of the 90s, just about.
Totally get it.
I remember shitting my pants in the 90s quite a bit.
Yes, we know you were a baby.
It's okay. I now get hit with very similar things when I'm like, "Hey, you guys remember 2002?" And my coworkers will be like, "No." And I was like, "Oh fuck, you weren't even born then."
It was fun, man. There was this group of girls. So this one girl behind me, right? So again, me and
Destro.
Me and Destro. Me and Destro are not together. We're just friends. We are platonic friends, concert buddies. Which meant that when there was another girl behind me, who was hot as shit, by the way. She's like dancing with her ass out, and she's just boot scooting, man. She's having a grand old time, and it's crowded on the dance floor of the House of Blues, and she's rubbing all up on me, and I'm like, I'm okay with this. Like, rub on me all you want. And as I told her when she asked me about it, she was like, she's kind of like grabs me. She's like, "Are you okay that I'm kind of rubbing on you while I'm dancing? Like is this bothering you in any? Like, are we gonna like fight about it?" And I'm like, "No." At first, my exact words were, no, I'm used to being rubbed up against by half-naked, sweaty fat guys. You're fine. Like if I'm gonna get rubbed up on, I'd rather it be by a hot chick and not a 6'5" musclehead going time to murder it.
Right.
And it was funny because like I think he's like, I don't know if I was insulted now, just not. I'm not quite understanding what he's saying, but I think he said it's okay for me to rub him. So
Did he say to rub one out? I didn't quite hear it.
she's like, well, on the dance floor, sir. This is Disney Springs.
Well, something's going to be springing.
Ever tell you I was at a Disney Springs for wearing a fucking Hostile t-shirt?
Nice.
Yeah, they told me like, sir, this is not a Wendy's. Please turn your shirt inside out.
This is not a Wendy's.
Yeah, there was like her and her friends were like really into it. Like we formed like a little circle. You know, me, Roadblock, these girls, their like guy friends were coming in and out of the circle, and we were all like. Dude, I fucking lost my mind during Metallica. They played Enter Sandman, and I'm screaming. I've had some lung issues. I don't know if you've heard that on the podcast. I don't know if I well enough.
Oh, this is news to me.
Yeah. I have a cough.
Okay.
And when I get cold or I overexert myself, I pull muscles like just underneath my rib cage. Like right where my kidneys are. Probably because I'm dying, but nonetheless, I am belting out fucking Metallica. I'm like surrounded by hot young girls screaming Metallica at the top of my lungs. Everyone's fucking into it, and I feel both my sides just blow out.
Oh.
And you can see the look of like terror in my face because I don't want to. Because I'm a man.
Push through it. Push through it.
Yeah, fucking play through the pain, but. Snowblind, fucking
Outback.
Noticed, huh?
Outback.
Yeah, skydive. Fucking noticed. I don't even know if it's a real GI Joe.
We're gonna fucking start just making shit up now. That's what it's going to be. The GI Joe name generator is what this is
now. And she kind of sees me like wince, and I'm really trying to hide this.
Yeah.
And keep up because like now because I can't show weakness in front of the hot girls. You know that.
No.
You know that.
You were just more metal than anybody else at that concert right there.
Yeah.
Yelling and screaming.
And she's like,
oh.
She's like, do you need to sit down? And she didn't say it, but it was totally implied. You old fat guy. Hey, Jabba, do you need to go sit your fat ass down at the bar and take a... Does Pop need a breather?
Oh, man.
Is what I heard in my psycho brain.
Oh, my gosh. How just, like, deflating that had to have been, dude.
And she's like, do you need... Because it's not the first time she's seen that routine. Because I came out of Lowry Parkade, and it was fucking, like... I don't know about Ohio, but when we go... It was, like, 40 degrees out in Florida. And like I'd been yelling all night, it had been cold all night. I had really been using a lot of lung power. So I walk out of Lowry Parkade, and it's like a 2-second walk to my car. But in that 2 seconds, so this hot 37-year-old blonde Cobra recruit is now watching me trying to pull my fucking torso back together, and it just exploded. She's already seen this once, and she saw it again at the show, and she's like, "Hey, Pop, do you need to go sit down?" And I'm like, "Nope, I'm fine." Not another vocal thing out of me the entire night.
Yeah, you're done. You're done.
No, I lip synced every fucking. I kept going.
Oh, okay. All right.
We went from Enter Sandman into Zombie by the Cranberries. I'm like, I will not let this beat me. I will not show weakness in front of hot women.
Nice.
Mr. Toxic Masculinity, by the way.
Nice.
But I'll tell you, another song after that, and like there was like a couple of songs that I didn't love, and I was like, I have to find the middle ground here. I'm in so much pain right now, but I can't leave. I can't leave.
So you turned to Crimson Guard and you said, "Go get the wheelchair."
No, I close though. So I turned to Shipwreck. I'm gonna start reusing names now.
Okay, that's fine.
Go turn to Shipwreck, and I'm like, I have to lean on the rail. and I kind of just barreled my way. By the way, going into the show, so it's really funny because she says to me, she's like, I like going to shows with you. I feel protected because I go with these other guys and shit happens and there's no one there to stand up for me. And I'm like, don't worry, you're with me. I like exude ether. Like people are around me and it's all peace, love, and pussy grease. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Like no fights happen when I'm around.
That's good.
And she's like, that's bullshit. She's like, that's just your privilege. I mentioned Rakondo is way left. She's like, that's just your white male privilege. I'm like,
oh boy, the old WMP.
Yeah. But I'm like, no, it's that I'm calming influence. I have a lot of luck when it comes to these things. You're gonna be fine with me. So we get to the show, and she wants to get to like closer to the stage, and the guy that she's with isn't as burly as I am.
Okay.
So she kind of turns to me. She's like, hey, platonic friend, platonic concert buddy, I want to get closer to the stage. What are you going to do about it? And I, being, a short, wide, concert-going New Yorker,
tucked my neck in and turned into a ball and rolled towards
I proceeded to turn into a bowling ball. And knocked over several people. No, I was like, getting back at me. Here we go.
Let's
and
go.
proceed to barrel through the House of Blues to get her where she wanted to be. So she was very happy with me. And, so later on in the night, she's saying to me, she's like, I like coming to shows with you. You're not wrong. You're like a safe guy to be around. Like nobody fucks with you. And therefore nobody fucks with anyone around you. And even if they did, like clearly you would have like you would have done something about it.
Right.
So towards the end of this set, they played Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On.
Oh boy.
And Jesse, let me tell you what my favorite thing is. And I want to do this with you. I want to take you to one of these shows, and I want you to be my platonic girlfriend for the night.
Sure.
And I just want to sing in your face. And I want you to sing in my face and be totally gay. And just pop rock songs of our youth, Jesse. I want to grab you by the shoulders. I want you to grab me by the shoulders like we're Aragorn and Legolas at the end of Return of the King. And just near. Oh, I don't want to blow my ribs out. Wherever, just yell it at each other. Beautiful. Angrily scream Celine Dion in each other's faces. Can we please make that happen?
Oh my goodness. Why not? Why not?
Because that's what me and Lady J were doing. I mean, it's what me and this whole group were doing at one point, but towards the end, because I had to move by the rail. So the cure to my blown out like kidneys and lungs is to lean on a rail and kind of prop myself up, and that helps. That puts the muscles where they're supposed to be. That gets the air in the lungs, and everything is kosher. So I essentially need to bring a walker to these fucking shows.
Yeah, dude.
Not to use to walk, but to lean on.
Just a leaner. Yeah.
Yeah. I need a rail. I need a portable rail to lean on when I blow out my fucking torso, screaming in people's faces and them screaming back at me and us being totally gay. It's awesome.
Fantastic.
All right. Speaking of totally gay, Jesse, I think that's my story. Did you do anything fun for New Year's?
Not as fun as that. No, actually, there was a lot of singing involved though. My daughter put on the Eras tour from Taylor Swift, and she watched most of it until the kids started. Her brothers started complaining, and she made it through about, I don't know, 5 or 6 songs and sung them.
You know what would have been funny if you got in like one of your son's face, maybe the big one, just to teach him who's boss, and be like, "It's me, it's me, I'm the problem, it's me."
That's right. My goodness.
Watch him fucking shit his pants.
But yeah, we stayed up until the ball dropped and proceeded to head to the old shortly thereafter. Man, time was a ticking. It was time to go to bed. So
did you make
it wasn't really very
Did you make it to midnight?
We made it to midnight. We just very, very shortly after that, I went right to sleep. It was a very laid back kind of a day. Didn't really do anything exciting at all. So it's the kind of day I like. So I'm all right with that. I'm trying to think of what other things we did. I thought we tried to watch a show or a movie at some point. But as like I say, not memorable, not exciting, but we definitely rang in the year 2024.
Coop, you do anything fun for New Year's with you and your polycule?
No, actually, my girlfriend went to hang out with her friends, and her partner just hung at her place. So I hung out with my boy Nick, who one day will be on this podcast. You see, we sat around and watched a little bit of Dick Clark's New Year's Eve because that's his thing. Like I couldn't care less, but he's always watched it. We did watch a bunch of Pride Fighting Championship New Year's shows because that was my recommendation.
Those are fun.
I was like, oh, hell yeah, let's watch some freak show fights.
Going back to the Dick Clark thing, what are you, fucking 100? What the fuck's wrong with you guys?
I mean, he's always just watching since he was a kid, so he threw it on. And, God, like every year I just feel older because I'm like, I don't know who any of these people are.
Every year you are older. That's how that works.
I know. And I keep feeling it because he pulled up a...
You've been in and out of this show, but you don't know fucking old until you pull a muscle singing in a hot girl's face.
Oh yeah, I was hearing that that you were surrounded by a pit of attractive women. Which what the fuck? Why don't I get that at my concerts?
You have to go to see Saved by the 90s at the House of Blues at Disney Springs, and the hot women will rub up on you, and you and then you say, "No, this is fine."
Yeah,
I've had far worse.
Well, I mean, so far my concert plans for this year are to go see Final Fantasy music at the orchestra, take my girlfriend to Fall Out Boy, and Blind Guardian.
Yeah.
Right, so I got, I just got today, what do you call it? Deep Six asked me if I wanted to go, see Fit for a King and Devil Wears Prada. So I'm gonna go see that. I'm taking my daughter who doesn't have a code name. She's just Lily. I'm taking Lily to go see Mustard Plug and the Voodoo Glow Skulls and Bite Me Bambi. It's a great name band. I once saw Bite Me Bambi open up for Metallica in 1989 at the Nassau Coliseum. Did you know that, Jesse?
I had no idea. Hey, just real quick, you're talking about going to these shows. Nice shirt, by the way. I don't know if you want to point out what you're wearing.
We're platonic friends now, but at the point that she decided she was going to do this for me, we were still at least casually dating. But the Sarah won Christmas, hands down.
Absolutely. Best
Christmas present ever. She asked me for a spreadsheet of all the concerts that I went to, and I went to like 40. It's actually 4 at the time for one of them. So, and but I saw pretty much 40 shows in the year of our Lord 2023. She said, "Hey, name, date, and venue, and city." I'm like, okay. In a spreadsheet, she's like, "All right, so the partner, they have a T-shirt business together." And so she made this Radulich Tour T-shirt 2023.
That's awesome.
That's so fucking cool.
This is hands down the best Christmas gift I've ever gotten.
Yeah, dude. The back of it's full of all the dates and the fucking bands. That's really sick, dude. It really is. A way to commemorate a hell of a year.
People might be asking, like, why aren't you still dating her then? Don't ask me questions like that. No, Sarah's cool as shit. Sarah's a really cool person. It's just, I don't want to do the poly thing anymore. And she's very poly. And, it's just better to be friends. Sometimes it's better to be friends, Jesse. Jesse, I may want to marry you and take you away and live just the gayest, most naked Paradise Lakes life possible with my friend Jesse Starcher. And Jesse's like, "No, Massa Bob,
can't do it."
Sometimes it's just better to be friends, right, Jesse?
That's right. Married. Sorry.
Yep, platonic friends. That's how it's got to be between me and you.
Oh, Coop.
Anyway,
but if you ever need a middle ground in North Carolina. With a sex swing.
There it is.
Perfect. All right, so I'm taking Lily to go see Mustard Plug and Voodoo Glow Skulls. That's it for January. February, I'm actually taking Sarah as a friend to go see a Garth Brooks tribute band.
Ooh, that's good.
I got my ticket to Pantera. I'm going to see Machine Head and Fear Factory.
Nice.
Now I'm going to this Sunday with the girl I'm just starting a relationship with. We're going to see Zach Sabbath with Zach Wild's Black Sabbath cover band. But back to February. Yeah, I got Pantera, Machine Head, Fit for a King, and Devil Wears Prada. And then later on in the year, I got a ticket for Amon Amarth, Obituary, and Cannibal Corpse.
Oh, that's going to be a fucking killer show.
It really is. All killer, no filler. I got Welcome to Rockville. 4 days of fucking metal, Jesse. Wait, never to see my ass again. And then lastly, I got a ticket to Loserville featuring Limp Bizkit.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Nice.
boy. I had a friend of mine that actually did attend multiple concerts for Simp Bizkit, the Limp Bizkit cover band.
Oh, my goodness.
And she was fucking their bassist until she got in with Fraud Durst. Yeah, that lasted only a couple shows, but I don't know. She sent me like a link to like, oh, look, they're coming to North Carolina. I'm like, you kind of treated me like shit, so I don't talk to you. Except I didn't tell her that. I just didn't respond.
You going to any shows this year, Jesse? Anything planned?
Nothing's on the agenda as far as I know. So not yet, anyway.
All right, Rocklahoma, save for it.
8 years.
I mean, if you look at it, like by the year, you don't have to save that much.
Think of how old we're going to be at that point. We will have breached our 50s.
I
I
won't.
will be 50 in 2 years, buddy. In the year of our Lord 2024, I am 48 years old. 2025, 49, 2026. 50-year-old badass Mark.
Wow.
And all of his gaggle of hot women, hot platonic women.
Hot Platonic. That's a great name.
I once saw Hot Platonic open up for Metallica in 1989 at the Nassau Coliseum.
Was this when they were not in G.I. Joe?
Yes.
Yeah.
This was the pre-G.I. Joe era.
Oh, okay. Because yeah, that was actually they were my favorite member of the of Sigma Team 6 or whatever.
Hey Jesse, why don't you tell us about this Orbit Culture?
Oh my goodness,
play for us,
guys, get ready. I mean, we're going to get into one of the heavier bands that I just discovered as we were doing this whole project of top 20 albums of 2023. Something that I woefully was ignorant on. These guys have been around since 2018. Well, this song that we are about to get into, Coop, I really regret the fact that you are unable to experience with us because you're via phone. I don't know how well this is going to sound, but this track kicks some serious ass. So, if I start headbanging, I apologize, but be ready because this Orbit Culture, While We Serve, is off their latest. Well, they call it a single, but there's three songs on it. I was looking at it on Spotify. They released it just at the end of 2023. So whenever you're ready, man, hit play and just be amazed. Yeah.
All right. What
and crank it up too, man. Feel free. I mean, we could talk about what's happening on this video. I have no problem if we don't. There's a message here. I assume. I don't know.
I'm gonna go ahead and play it, and I'm gonna keep it at a moderate volume. You psycho.
Go ahead, man. I don't care. That's fine with me.
Now watch us get DMCA'd immediately.
Hey, how dare you play fucking Orbit Culture on your stupid podcast? You with all your hot platonic women.
Yeah, I hear you with your G.I. Joe collection. You're gonna be Storm Shadow Band.
She's not on TikTok, but I am like dying to cut that part out of the podcast and send it to her.
I mean, you should.
Okay, so far, Jesse, you're not wrong. This kicks ass.
Oh, be fucking ready. This thing is 6 minutes long, and you're not going to feel like you were sitting through something that was achingly long.
Is it going to be a broad looking at her hands for 3 minutes?
No, man. This fucking video is insane. It's fucking good.
Does it look like an old Russian? Does it look like an old Russian science experiment?
Well, actually, it does.
Kinda, yeah. So
Beautiful.
All right, so you're like driving around North Carolina, like doing Uber Eats or some shit.
I've got it. I'm a safe driver. I have it pulled up beside the steering wheel.
Sweet. So yeah, it's black and white footage, a lot of cuts, grainy footage. I mean, the song's pretty amazing for for what it is. A woman's bloody mouth.
It's fun.
9/11.
There's a message here. I wonder what it is. I think a lot. I mean, you can watch the lyrics as they go across the bottom of the screen there, and from what I'm picking up, should throw it in a chat GPT just to see what they say. But it feels like it's it's definitely an ode to like how dissatisfied they are with the way the human race is going. That's probably quite
are they? Really? They're the only ones.
It's quite a common conception amongst metal bands, but
I feel you, Jesse. I feels you.
Yeah, this is a banger.
Yeah. The violence of this dream. God, I've had some violent dreams.
oh
And
my.
I've woken up in a mess in my pants.
Oh,
I was gonna say I've had some diarrhea, but that's about it.
hey.
We can spend
Damn
the next
you.
hour talking. We can just spend the next hour talking about my violent diarrhea stories.
Wait, yours or mine?
Both of ours, lover boy.
Oh no! Oh, what I should have put on as a matter of splatter by Exhumed.
I've told you about the don't make a always make a seal, right?
No.
Well, I told you this is an oldie but a goodie. So picture it. Melissa and I had just started dating, and she forced herself into my apartment. And I didn't really because this was like shortly after my first divorce, and I really didn't want to live with another person. But she was like, "Nope, all the narcissism, all the love bombing." So I didn't know that at the time. So she, she's like, "I'm moving in," and I'm like, "Okay, sure." Another person to help pay the rent. That works.
Right.
And like, I think we had gotten like Taco Bell that night, which would make sense. I am in a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment. I've eaten the Fat Bell. My stomach is like Woodstock, 1998.
The fucking porta potty's on fire.
Everything is angry and on fire.
People are going to be swimming in shit soon.
And she fucking like hip checks me like an NHL player out of the way. And she runs into the bathroom. And I'm like, listen, I'm not about to fucking turn my whole apartment into the bathroom from Desperado. So I like kick open the door. And she's like, I'm in here. And I'm like, you're in my apartment. That's a brace.
Welcome to cohabitation, darling.
And she's like, I'm still going. I can't get off the toilet. I'm like, I guess I'm shitting in the tub.
Oh man.
Oh no!
I guess I'm shitting in the tub.
Guess I'm shitting in the tub, boys.
I'm actually confusing two different stories. That's the one where I shit in the tub. But that's not the don't make a steal story. The didn't make a steal story. A different Taco Bell incident.
Wait a minute.
I run into the bathroom, and I did not make a seal around the toilet. Jesse, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh,
when you sit down in that toilet, you have to make sure that your ass is all the way over the liquid. If you leave a room to breathe,
oh my god,
your splatter effect everywhere. And I did not quite make it to the toilet fast enough to make a solid seal around my asshole and the toilet seat.
Nice.
And so I
like the remnants of a paintball match in there.
And so I fucking Chernobyl the fucking bathroom. It was 3 Mile Island. We thought we'd be killed or even worse. And I'm cleaning myself up. I'm doing my thing. And I'm like, why is it not getting any cleaner? I feel like I'm getting dirtier. I get up and it looked like a Jackson Pollock painting.
Oh
no!
I look like I hit a shit fucking watermelon and my name was Gallagher.
A shit watermelon, folks.
A shit watermelon.
That toilet filed a complaint. Let me tell you. That toilet was like, listen, I'm used to people being. It was like being in a relationship with a narcissist. It was like, look, I'm used to being shit on, but this was a fucking.
There's being shit on, and then there's Mark.
I was violated.
It was like the Abu Ghraib of toilets.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was a rough fucking night, man. So the lesson in all of this, boys, is make sure, no matter how bad you have to go to the bathroom, make sure you always make a seal.
Yes, please.
Keep the shit in the toilet bowl. If I've learned nothing in my 47, almost 48 years of cancer-ridden, shitty woman life, it's always make a seal on the toilet bowl, Jesse Starcher.
Man, you need to have a book of just that, and other little things that you've learned throughout your life. Always make a seal.
Always make a seal. Hey,
Brilliant.
Jesse, speaking of always making a seal, I hear you have some more to tell us about artificial intelligence.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, first off, I sent you guys...
hang on. Jesse now has to hack the podcast and take control.
Yeah. I do need to...
So here come a collection of Jesse's dick pics.
Be ready. I will share my screen here. I guess mainly what I want to ask you guys... I think it's this one.
Can you kick my ass?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was asking. All right. So first off, I sent you guys an AI song I created. Did you guys listen to it? Okay. Thank you very much for your support.
I did not.
That's okay. That's all right. So let me ask you guys a question.
Wait, I listened to Not All Robots one.
You did? Okay. All right. Thank you very much. That means a lot to me. What did you think?
Oh, no, wait, hang on, big boy.
Okay.
I think I've listened to everything you've sent me because you sent me like 1 minute songs when you first started on this project.
Okay. All right.
I listened to those. They were fun. They inspired me to do my own thing, but I also have a life, so I haven't gotten to it yet.
That's fine. Yeah, okay. You had a great idea. I don't know if you want to expose what that idea is because somebody can easily take that and use it.
I don't know if anyone's still listening after my fucking Jackson College shit Gallagher story.
Well, Coop, okay, let me ask you a question. So I'm going to tell you, we're going to start an AI song tonight. All right? And one of the Metal Hammer of Doom, we're going to come together. We're going to start one, and this is probably going to have to be finished in another episode because really you only get so many credits on the free plan. I could pay $10 a month and get 500 credits, but essentially that's like you can make up a bunch of songs with that. But what are you expecting? Do you think they'll sound good at all?
I mean, I don't necessarily think it's going to sound bad. Okay. I do admit the thought of, I don't know, like AI art and music, I feel like is a good tool, but I don't like it as a replacement for the real thing.
I think a lot of people feel that way. I think it's a safe assumption that right now, yeah, you cannot completely say, well, I'll be able to tell the difference between an AI song and a not, an actual person singing the song, right? That's what I went into this expecting. And the result, in my opinion, is completely different. And the fact that we are on the ground level of this right now and how fast AI is advancing, what it's going to be like in 5 years, it's just going to be insane. So right here, what I'm on is suno.ai, suno.ai. And we're just going to go ahead. I'm going to click make a song right now. And we'll go to, I'll show you my library.
Pay your bill. Do you have enough credits?
I didn't put $10 into this thing. We're only going to start one. We're using the free plan, but you get 50 credits a day, which essentially the way that this works is we are going to, I need to switch tabs here. How in the world do let me, it won't go to the other tab. Let me try this again. Bear with me. Okay, there we go. All right. So this is my library. But anyway, you get 50 credits per day, which essentially when you put in a prompt, it's going to create a song based off of what you want. It's going to actually give you 2 versions of something that it created. And then you pick one you want to continue. So we can continue as much as we want. So right now, just real quick, will it allow like when I'm sharing my screen, does it allow me to play my audio through this at all?
Play it. We'll see what happens.
All right, let's find out. So not all robots. This is just to kind of click on this and show you. I prompted it to give us an industrial metal song, and I took these lyrics straight from Chat GPT and put them into this. And this is, I'll play a little bit of this. Let's see if we can hear it.
Yeah.
Machines of steel, they rule the day in a world where humans lost their say. Metallic heartbeats echo loud. Silicon minds stand tall and proud.
You know what's funny? We're not violating a copyright law with this.
Robots are to see beneath the surface, dreams and schemes. Walks and gears conceal the fight for freedom in the neon light. Not all robots bound.
Okay. All right. So you guys were able to hear that, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
And I said
All
it's funny, for the first time on this show, we've like played a song and not violated a copyright law.
No, there's no way you could violate copyright law with this because it's
Right.
completely made up.
Yep.
I threw the lyrics to that song, or part of the lyrics that we were just played into our chat. So anyway, that's kind of what was thrown in there. And I will say that what I ended up with, I was very, very pleased with.
Yeah, it's really good. I was trying to think of like an actual industrial music band that it kind of reminds me of. Not quite in tone of the singing, but it felt kind of KMFDM-ish.
Okay.
It definitely felt like in that era where industrial got really popular for like 5 minutes. That Mortal Kombat, God Lives Underwater, stabbing westward era.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so not bad, Jesse. Good job.
Okay. I appreciate that. What kind of our first foray into this was when, listen, when you're married, you share just about, everything that you can with your partner, especially, some stories about some gross stuff. And, you just did that with me, and Coop. So we know you love us. But
we went to get him in a threesome I absolutely wanted to be in.
Me and the wife had started talking about how, you get to sweating. If you're a big person, you might need a little something underneath the fat folds there to keep.
Sure, you might need to lean on a rail so a hot girl doesn't think you're too old to hang out with.
So we created a song in this, our first ever song. I prompted it to please give me a song about a man who is petrified of his wife making him smell her stinky fat folds.
Ew.
And
Ew.
yes, it was totally gross. However,
why are you into gross stuff? Says the guy who shit all over a bathroom.
The thing
in a bathtub.
The thing came up with the greatest intro, because I said, let's do a little thrash metal, and I'll play just a tiny bit that it gave us. So we had it came up with two songs that gave us two titles. The start of one, which was called Stench of Decay, and we'll play that right now. A lady stand tall. Not my fat hole. Witness to the stench of decay. So okay, there we go.
I have to take this at least quasi seriously. That was Coop. That was very municipal wasty.
Yeah. I mean, sound wise, it kind of reminded me of your early 90s US thrash.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely kind of reminded me of some Artillery, Exhorder, Demolition Hammer.
Maybe later MOD.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
definitely with the musical.
The first band that jumped out at me when I listened to that was, first of all, I don't know if you know this or not, Jesse, but you accidentally wrote an entire fucking Municipal Waste song. Have you heard some of their songs?
I don't know if I've ever
nailed
listened
it, bud.
to them. Oh, nice.
Yeah, you at least got to Iron Reagan levels.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, the next one was titled Putrid Vortex.
I've definitely been in a few girls' cruising vortex, I'll tell you that much.
No, wait. This chorus is something we still sing to this day. Take a whiff of my putrid vortex. Breathe in the stench of my inner fat balls. A foul aroma, it'll make you choke. Welcome to the hell that I invoke. That's not the greatest thing I've ever heard in my entire life, I swear. All right, take it seriously, Mark. What do you think?
It's more of the same.
All right. So let's go ahead and we'll create one. All right, because
Okay.
I believe that you guys are. We're gonna have it generate lyrics, but we can also massage, as I like to say with the old ChatGPT. I like to massage things a little bit, and I actually had to do that a little bit with Not All Robots. And remember that you can put into the lyrics like chorus, breakdown, guitar solo, things like that. Now it's going to generate 30 seconds at a time. That's why I don't think we're going to be.
I have the theme. I have like the central idea of the song.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about the style first. So what is the genre that we are going to create this in? Clearly
80s hair metal ballad.
Okay. 80s
Yes.
hair. 80s hair metal ballad.
Okay.
All right. And you want a title?
Yeah, it's called Needy Princess Party.
Needy Princess Party is the name of this song.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Is it a pity party?
Oh, we're gonna pity her for sure.
Okay.
I taste a little resentment there.
All
I don't know why.
I couldn't possibly think of any reason.
what is the core concept of this song? What are you trying to get across?
Well, it's about a girl who is fawned on by boys, and they feed her too much alcohol, and then they want to go down to the playroom to play.
Oh no! And they get kicked out for vomiting everywhere.
And the girl who overindulged in the alcohol bought for her by these attentive boys comes spewing out of her like a geyser, and she vomits all over.
I can't type this fast. I know the story though. That's the thing. It's like I don't have to really listen to you to type this up.
Yeah, the story was made very public.
And,
not about anyone I know, though. It's not about anyone I know.
No, you weren't there for any of it. This was all third hand.
Is what I'm going to tell the judge when this gets brought up in court.
Playroom.
You can put public sex room if you need to, because
I'll go ahead and put it. Let's do that. Public sex room. And then
it's about a girl who's so desperate for attention that she can't maintain any solid romantic relationships, so she has a lot of like flimsy ones.
All right.
I wonder who this could be about.
It's nobody that I know. I know solid people.
So I've never met them before in my life either.
Not even a little bit. No.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Who? But I mean, like, is any girl really like this? This is such a far out from typical girl behavior.
No, it wouldn't be in the polyamory community at all.
No, not at all. It's just not that community attracts this kind of woman.
No, not it. No, I don't know why they would ever want people that need to give them attention.
Is it feeling snarky in here? I don't.
So are we definitely going that specific where we're talking about
yes,
vomits everywhere?
Yes, Jesse.
Okay. And
this is
made me listen to not one but two songs about fat fucking foals. You're writing my vomit in a playroom story.
Continues to want adoration.
You know what's sad is there's already a Merciful Fate album with the title referencing said person.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You know that, right?
No, what song?
No, the whole album. It's their first album.
I'm not as familiar with Merciful Fate as you'd like to think I am.
Oh well, it's their first album, and it has it's the name is that person because that is that's the name of.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say it's the name of King Diamond's, like his skull and bones microphone. That's the name of it.
Jesse, do you need more information, like how she goes, like how this particular needy princess goes out on?
All right. Do you want the lyrics?
Children?
Here we go. This is what it says. All right.
Here we go.
So I'll go ahead and read them to you, and then we'll see how they sound after we generate what we can.
Sounds great.
All right. And the thing is that it only gives us a couple lines here, and
I'm sure whatever it is will be fantastic. Hit it, baby.
Let me read this. She walks into the room. Every eye turns her way.
Yes.
Her way. Boys are lining up just for a taste. They buy her drinks all night. One they fall down. She's the life of the party, but she's starting to drown.
Oh shit!
She's the queen of the night, ruling all of the hearts. Ooh yeah. Her admirers caught in her web, falling apart. Drunk on love and alcohol, lost in the haze. Oh. But she continues to reign even in her disarray. No vomits happening here, Mark. I could try it again if you want. You want me to try one more roll, or do you
like it the way it is? But
all right,
here's my problem. That's all great setup, but there has to be a turn here, right? This almost sounds too like. This sounds like we're paying her a compliment. That's not where I wanted to go with this.
No, we're setting a scene. We're getting everybody involved with the character.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. We might run into a wall here as to how I can figure out how to continue this song, but let's see what we got here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and create. Let's just see what we get and see if this should give us 30 seconds to a minute in our first generation. So I want to hit create. It's going to do its thing. Oh, by the way, it changed the title to Queen of the Night. So yeah, you might be right. It might be working on making a compliment here.
Yeah. Not my intention at all.
No, we can hopefully shape this to where we want it to go.
Okay.
All right. So as it's generating, it'll take a couple minutes here. And we'll see what we get. I will say that this is something that if you are a Microsoft Windows user and you have Copilot and with Windows 11, they have a way of like generating songs within their AI assistant Copilot. And it uses this. This is what it's using. It's using Suno. I did a lot, as you can see, a lot of generations.
Jesse went a little crazy.
I did, man. I was having a blast doing this. Created stuff in ChatGPT, then I kind of massaged it. All right, here we go. Our results are done. All right, first up, Queen of the Night, 80s hair metal ballad.
She walks into the room, every eye turns away. Boys are lining up, just dying for a taste. They buy her drinks all night, one by one they fall down. She's the life of the party, but she's starting to drown.
I love that
line. She's the queen of the night, ruling all the hearts. Her admirers caught in the whip, falling apart. Drunk on love and alcohol, lost in the haze. But she continues to reign even in her disarray.
All right. Oh, here's the next one.
She walks into the room, every eye turns away. One's a lining up, just dying for a taste. They buy her drinks all night.
Is it weird I want to send this to her now?
She's the life of the party.
What's that?
Is it weird I actually want to send these to her?
But she's starting to drown. She's the queen of the night, ruling over the hearts. Every line's caught in a web, falling apart. Drunk on love and alcohol's in the haze. But she continues to reign, even in a disobey.
Interesting that the first
what is that last line? What about her tits disobeying?
But she continues to reign even in her disarray.
Okay.
So
those are really good. Like, it's so fucking weird because like this obviously was a setup to, insult someone, and it kind of took like almost like a complimentary turn.
Right. Yeah, the so we have two. The first one was a minute long, and
Mhm.
I mean it was done. Clearly, we got two different ways that this came out. 30 seconds on the second one, a minute in the first one. Which one do you guys prefer?
Ooh, I feel
'Cause
like Coop's gonna say the second one, but I'm definitely a fan of the first one.
Coop? Yeah, he's muted. There.
Fuck, sorry,
That's all
I'm a
right.
her. That was beautiful. Yeah, no, I really feel like we should make a concept album.
Oh, do you now?
Oh yes, I'm sure we can have. I'm sure we could have actually plenty of wonderful tales.
I have a lot of material.
Yeah, and it's all anonymous. It never happened.
Yeah, no, it's all about people I don't know personally.
Which one?
So
do you
says the
prefer,
judge. I don't know. I was a fan of the first, actually.
Coop? Okay.
Oh, were you? Okay. Because that second one almost had like a Blind Guardian-ish sound to it.
Yeah, the second one was. I mean, I really like the second one as well. I was just thinking in terms of tone for that first one, it was. It does fit that sort of party vibe.
Yeah. Like when I conceptualized this, I was definitely going for like more of like a Steel Panther vibe.
Yeah, kind of
First one
sleazy.
got the closest to Steel Panther. That second one, like I said, has that more like
Epic fantasy.
Yeah, Blind Guardian kind of progressive epic fantasy metal feel to it.
Yeah.
Like it almost has like that Battle Beast quality of, on the one hand, Iron Maiden, on the other hand, Celine Dion. Like, how did we come up with this? And Battle Beast, that's what you get. I was thinking of the Pat Gessner fucking band pitch. Like, is it one of the songs, Baby, Baby, Baby? Tell me more of your lies. That was really cool, actually. It's weird. Like I said, I totally went into this as snarky as, contemptuous and bitter as I've been. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of sweet. Now I kind of want to send them to her. Like, here, I was trying to insult you, but somehow or other you came out ahead in this. Good for you.
We've got to continue the song. Let's see if we can generate some additional lyrics.
Okay.
So I'm going to real quick just go ahead and I'm clicking the three dots and hitting continue from this clip. So what that's going to do, even though it ended abruptly at disarray, it's going to pick up immediately after that. And we need to come up with something here. Let's see if this thing will generate anything for us to continue. And we can definitely get evil if we want to. We can get in here and change any of these lyrics, and change them up. We can say as whatever we want. So I'm going to go ahead and hit continue from this clip. And that should open up a new box. All right. And let's go ahead and see if I can generate.
It's weirdly sweet. And like, there's a part of me that's like, oh, let's just let it be then. Like, I don't want to make it evil now. I don't want to go.
Oh, you don't want to make it evil? Okay. All right.
No.
All right. Well, then let me, how do you want this song to turn then? Like, are we going to continue? Right now, she's starting to drown. Is she going to realize the error of her ways and finally realize
there's no fucking way.
Polyamory is not for me?
I'm not writing that kind of fiction. Okay, might as well have a fucking dragon show up then. But all right. So our queen of the night, she parties hard, right?
Okay,
and she's getting dizzy. She's getting tipsy. I think that's more of the transition of the song is like that total loss of control, maybe ending in regret. Maybe we don't necessarily have to vomit all over a playroom. However, maybe something about regret. Maybe like I've gone a bridge too far. This isn't love and adoration. This is lust, and I don't want lust. I wanted love, but I went down the dark alley, and Joe Chill shot me with a lust bullet.
Lust. Okay.
Shot it with his love gun.
Yes, he shot it with his love gun. That line has to be in there.
Okay, well, let's break this down.
All the boys shot their love guns all over her.
So what I did was I copied the first verse, and we could just edit that, but try and keep the same obviously flow as what we've got going on. So the first line is she walks into the room, every eye turns her way. Parentheses her way. What's up, Coop?
Hello.
Hello, handsome.
She walks into the room, every eye turns her way. Now, remind you that where we left off with the chorus was she continues to reign even in her disarray, drunk on love and alcohol. Right. So how are we picking up with this? She walks into the room, every eye turns her way.
It's got to be like that. But again, I think the turn is you know, it was like she's drowning, right? And I think like that realization that it wasn't love at all in any of this. None of it's been love. It's all been lust. And and in that realization is regret.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. We were going to put all of what you just said into ChatGPT and see what comes up, and that will inspire us. We're not going to straight copy.
Okay.
That's what ChatGPT is there for. A lot of times to inspire people. So I'm writing a song.
If you want something from ChatGPT, let me say the last 6 months of me talking to ChatGPT about narcissism.
Oh shit.
There's a lot.
I'm writing a song about a lady who indulges
in cock.
too much alcohol and also
too many. I hope there was no cocaine, because then we could call it too many rips, too many tips.
Cocaine instead of cocaine bear, cocaine whore.
A narcissistic.
It's the story of Sonny and Chris Candido.
Yes, Jesse.
Should I put something like indulges in too much alcohol and also has narcissistic tendencies?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Not narcissistic tendencies, is a narcissist.
Okay. All right. Is a we're just going to be
we're not going to mince words.
Narcissist, please. The term needy princess has to be in there somewhere.
A needy. Okay. Please also use the term.
I am waiting for her to come home from her gate, kick open my fucking door, and be like, "What are you doing?" Like writing you a song.
At some point in the song, and let's see.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is probably getting played in court later.
I'm writing a song about a lady who indulges in too much alcohol and is a narcissist. Please use the term needy princess at some point in the song. What else do I need to put in there? How did you say you wanted things to turn?
She regrets that none of it was ever love. It was always lust and being used.
I like your ending better than mine.
But yours ends in like a cocaine bath.
Well, no, I mean, mine's just ends in her stringing people along for the rest of their lives.
They can't keep the mask up that long, Robert.
Well, yeah, that's why they get new people.
That is correct.
Because, as long as you're semi-attracted and have work in plumbing, more or less any dongle will want to enter your stratosphere, if you will.
I feel like you have a lot to say about the subject matter too, my friend.
Yeah.
I mean, it just, it just kind of sounds like that was the experience that your friend went through.
Yeah. My friend.
Yeah.
Recondo.
Well, Recondo, I really loved when they
podcast.
I really loved when they were in Seal Sigma 6.
Right.
My favorite people from G.I. Joe.
You ready, Jess?
Yeah, ChatGPT gave me the whole song, even though it just asked for the next verse. But here's what it come up with. All right, so after this, but she continues to reign even in her disarray. The next verse is, but behind her laughter hides a soul that's torn, so torn, caught in her own reflection. She's never been warned. A needy princess craving all the attention, yet drowning in affection, devoid of true connection. Holy shit.
My God.
Some hot fire, boys.
Awesome.
All right, I'm putting it in as the next verse.
Yeah, I think that's the song, baby.
Let's take a look here.
I'm going to need you to fucking send this to me because the whole thing has to go on TikTok.
We got to finish the thing, though. That's the thing. This can't be the end. You got to actually have this thing go to a complete ending, which this thing can do.
What do you want it to end in, like a bukkake fucking cum spiderweb? Like,
no. What I mean is that you just can't call it after 2 verses. You've got to have a bridge.
Okay.
You got to actually have an actual song here, at least a 3 or 4 minute song. That's why I said,
fucking Napalm Death wrote a song that was 2 words.
Yeah, this is not Napalm.
But why?
All right, good one, Coop. All right, here we go.
Well, yeah, that was the song. You suffer.
All right, here we go. We are continuing our part 2, and then we'll stop it here. I know we're going a little long, and then what I want to do is I'll stitch both of them together.
Okay.
And I'll you can do that, and we can hear the whole 2 parts together. So yeah, it's generating right now. I will go ahead and tell you what it had after that. So we hit the chorus again. She's the queen of the night, ruling all the hearts. Her admirers caught in her web, falling apart, drunk on love and alcohol, lost in the haze. But she continues to reign even in her disarray. Then we hit the bridge, which is, and as the night grows old, the truth starts to unfold. The adoration she craved was just a facade. Her kingdom built on lies, her heartache in disguise. Realizing lust disguised as love, she starts to realize. Then we hit the chorus again, and then the outro is needy princess.
This is weirdly satisfying, horrifying, and
Yeah.
makes me sad.
I was like, are you gonna save this for your therapist, Mark?
Not even a little bit.
I would.
I am, however, thinking how I'm going to get this on TikTok.
Well, it's pretty easy.
Can you block certain people from saying it?
Why would I want to?
One of the
not
things
about anyone I know.
One of the things that you can do is you can actually create a video with this. Now, it's not exactly a video, but it shows you the lyrics as the song is playing and goes along with the lyrics with pictures in the background, which is pretty cool. And you can download that as an MP3 or MP4.
You're going to need to do all that and send it to me, by the way.
Learn how to use the site, Mark Radulich. It's pretty intuitive.
No, what you got there works for me just fine.
All right, here we go. Remember,
want me to send you $10?
Disarray.
You want to send me $10? Please just send him $10.
Continues to reign even in her disarray. Here is the next verse.
Okay.
Behind the laughter hides a soul that's torn. Caught in her own reflection, she's never been warned. A needy princess craving all the attention. You're drowning in affection, devoid of true connection.
Oh!
Now, the thing is, that really switched up, though, the sound.
Yeah,
it went from...
those two songs don't matter.
She walks into the room.
That's what we went off of. And all of a sudden, they come into this.
Behind the
I mean, you could already play with that musically.
Yeah, all right, let's see what the second generation sounds like here.
Behind the laughter hides a soul that's torn.
Uh-oh. Mark died.
Crying her own reflection, she's never been warned.
Yeah, this is more like
all right, which
like
one?
Rat sound that I was going for in my head.
Which one we going with?
I mean, if you're going to stitch the two together, I think the first and the third one go together better than like the first and the fourth one, and the second one I wouldn't use at all.
All right, so it'd be this one right here. This is this one.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and we'll just stitch them together. We're going to get whole song. Now we can continue from this clip. We can all so that's what I plan on doing. We'll continue from this clip at some point.
We need a conclusion. Like we almost need like a piano out.
We could put that in there. That's the shit that could actually happen with this thing. I've done. I want to do a metal song and just put breakdown instead of like chorus or whatever. Just put straight up breakdown and see what the hell happens.
Yeah, we need to stitch those, the first one and the third one. But then, like I said, like it starts off kind of groove, then it gets heavy, but it gets heavy as things get shitty for her. And now we've reached the end where she's old and lonely and nobody believes her. And that's, and that's how we piano, like sad, incredible Hulk out.
Oh, yeah. There was a real interesting thing that happened with Not All Robots where, Coop, what's the problem, Coop?
Instead of gamma power, it's just semen.
I had to stop and ask him because I could tell something was going through his head. I knew. I could just tell. All right, here's our full song. We'll take a listen.
She walks into the room, every eye turns away.
I'm really curious how this thing is going to transition into that next one. I'm really wondering how it's going to do
play it
that.
from the start again. Start it over.
All right, sure.
She walks into the room, every eye turns away. Boys are lining up, just dying for a taste.
All the boys are dying for a taste.
Sour bread, sourdough.
She's alive for the party, but she's starting to drown. queen of the night, ruling all
Not
the
bad.
hearts.
Yeah.
Her admirers caught in the whip, falling apart. Drunk on love and alcohol, lost in the haze.
Oh, we haven't hit that part. Here we go. We're gonna hit the how
But she
Or
continues
ramp
to
up.
rave and in her disarray. But behind her laughter hides a soul that's torn.
Seamless.
Caught in her own reflection, she's never been warned. A needy princess craving all the attention. Yet drowning in affection, devoid of true connection.
Oh,
I mean, damn.
ouch.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Gosh,
And
I hope you don't know anyone that's really like that.
I can't say I've ever met him.
No, I have no clue.
just pointing out here, I mean, we did 2 song generations. You get 50
That's really
a day.
good.
You get, well, I should say you get essentially 5 generations a day free.
Okay.
So,
This is like an infomercial, by the way. Like,
what was
I'm
agonizing
really
for
into creating
me?
this song. It's just like I really like to sell this product.
I have came this close. The second day of using this is spending $10 because I really think it's worth it.
You should call them up and be like, "Hi, we gave you guys like an hour of free promotion. Will you please hire me in your marketing?"
But yeah, I
right.
mean, we've got essentially you could do another 3 generations, and I have a feeling you've got to remember that's only 30 seconds per generation. So therefore, if
All right,
you've got,
let's piano out of this thing. So the last
you
line.
want to end it right now?
How long is the song?
The song is 1 minute and 31 seconds.
If we add another 30 seconds, it's 2 minutes long. That's fine.
So we're done. We're going to piano this thing and conclude.
We're gonna piano out.
All right, here we go. So I'm going to continue from this clip.
Can you just read me that last line one more time?
It's cathartic.
No, shut up. Let me create. You asked me to create. I'm creating.
Okay. The last line says, "Yet drowning in affection, devoid of true connection."
All right. So our heroine, right? Our
Mhm.
heroine, she's drowning in affection, but has no meaningful connections. And after years of this sort of thing, and after age takes a hold and beauty fades away, all the boys go away. And now there's nothing.
That rhyme. That should be a lyric.
Okay. Go with it.
I'm just saying, but we don't. Are we going
After
to just?
beauty and age, after beauty fades away, giving way to age, all the boys go away.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
And it leaves nothing but loneliness and regret. But does the narcissist really know regret? Or is she just mad at the world that things didn't work out the way they should have because she's so wonderful?
Well, she's the main character.
Yeah.
But as age, say that one more time. But as age,
As beauty fades, giving way to age, all the boys go away. Probably too much to put a picture with this, right?
I don't.
I mean, it's not somebody I know, so I don't know what a picture I'm putting up would be, but
All the boys. Say that one more time. All the boys.
ugh!
I'm trying to type and listen to you guys at the same time. Can't do that.
I need better collaborators.
I'll read this to you, okay? But as beauty fades, giving way to age, all the boys, you say
Go
fade
away.
away, go
Fade-
away. Okay.
Go.
I knew where you was going. All right. And we will do piano outro. Now, I did have some trouble with the outros. Like, I had to straight up put an outro on Not All Robots. What the hell am I doing? Can I not make a bracket there? Make a fucking bracket. Jeez.
What is this, a basketball tournament?
Yeah,
Piano
he's actually
outro.
trying to see who's the biggest narcissist.
All right, here we go. Generating. Now this should be really quick, I would assume, because it's not much, unless it goes all in on the piano outro, which I've seen it do before.
It's just literally all piano.
30, like we get 2 seconds of lyrics and then it's nothing but a piano out. I should have put sad piano out. Shit.
Yeah, because if it's like it's not really what I'm going for.
Fucking Camptown
I
Races.
don't need it to end in the William Tell overture.
All right.
This woman is quite a whore. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Right here.
She fucks guys from door to door. Oh, doo-dah day.
So this thing says it refunded some credits, which can happen where essentially it did a shit generation and it's only like a couple seconds long. So it doesn't charge you your credits for that, but it did give us part 2 here. So let's see how this sounds.
But as beauty fades, giving way to age, all the boys go away.
And as you can see, it cut us off. So you want to just roll with that and then I'll put piano outro and see what we get.
Yeah.
Slow, sad piano outro. Okay, let me go ahead and continue.
Yeah,
Fucking ragtime.
Continue.
Fucking.
I need Slash jumping over a cake.
Sad piano
Sad
outro.
piano outro.
Here it goes. Continue,
To the-
please.
To the beat of Camptown Races.
Doo-dah.
Doo-dah, doo-dah.
All right, let's see what we get. So that was like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And this should be hopefully more than that. This should be. Come on, baby.
That's what she said.
Oh. Yeah. It's generating. It's generating. It's generating. This is actually taking a little bit longer than last time, so it's going to be more than 10 seconds.
It's going to be cooking up something nice.
Sad piano
Nice and
outro
spicy.
should be nothing, no lyrics whatsoever. All right, here we go. Let's see what we get. Part 3. The hell? What was that? All right, let me try that again because something fucked up. A minute of this.
Is this a synthesizer?
I hear no piano.
I mean, maybe a synthesizer?
Yeah.
Get a little ELO in there.
Yeah. I need to hear the whole thing.
What the hell?
What the fuck?
The circus coming down?
This sounds like an 80s sitcom intro. Fucking Wonder Years.
Yeah, that second one is not the vibe I was going for. The first one was okay.
Ooh.
This is a good podcast, by the way, guys.
This is great. This is the audio part, though. That's what everybody comes for.
Well.
All right, Jesse, put it together.
All right, which one are we using on that one?
I don't know. What do you think? The first one or the second one, Jess?
I'll go with the second. I mean, the second one at least had piano outro. I don't know how well
let's
it's
do it.
sound,
Don't waste any time.
Don't waste it. Don't do it. Just wait.
Just
don't
do
waste
it. Do it.
Get a whole song.
Let all poets combine.
Song that I totally didn't write for a specific person.
I almost feel bad I had a hand in this.
Almost.
And Mark's going to feel really bad for masturbating to this later.
He's gonna have.
There's the picture that's going with it.
But it's gonna be
You cranking your hog?
I mean, no one's going to see that part.
Tissues for the tears or for something else? Just-
just dump it into his shoe.
Oh, a shoe? What are you, Tony Atlas?
All right, here we go.
Das
Queen
Boot
of
is
the
made from
night.
Jerkin.
Queen of the night. Let's see how we do.
Okay.
She walks into the room, every eye turns her way. Boys are lining up, just dying for a taste. Some night, one by one, they fall down.
All down.
She's the life of the party, but she's starting to drown. She's the queen of the night, ruling all the hearts. Her admirers caught in the whip, falling apart. Drunk on love and alcohol, lost in the haze. But she continues to rave even in her disarray. But behind her laughter hides a soul that's torn. Caught in her own reflection, she's never been warned. A needy princess craving all the attention. Yet drowning in affection, devoid of true connection.
All right, here we
God, I
go.
love that line.
But as beauty fades, giving way to age, all the boys go away.
I'm expecting Michael J. Fox to be here at any time.
All right, I think we have a hint here. Look, I'm not saying this is about anyone I know specifically, but I think it works for a great many people. And I think we all know somebody that's somewhat like this. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It is very therapeutic to actually get something like this out and hear it sung. I mean,
Yeah.
in the process
Listen,
of actually
look, I was inspired by the amount of narcissism TikToks that I see on a daily basis in my.
I mean, it is TikTok.
And so my point is, I think we wrote a song that reflects the mood of the romantic moment, Jesse.
I agree. I'm going to go ahead and download the video and I'll send it right over to you so you can.
Yeah, you are.
Oh yeah, it's happening right now.
Yes, sir. All right. While you do that, hey, Coop, tell us about CRYPTA, Lords of Ruins.
So,
That was a lot of fun, by the way, Jesse. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, that was.
so
fun.
in my, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it was fun. Thanks.
Yeah, so in my search for metal albums from this past year, I listened to most of those 20 on the list, but then I started breaking into some other playlists as well. And CRYPTA landed on a lot of them. They're a Brazilian all-female, like a death thrash band. Well, really just more of a death metal band. And they fucking rock. So when I found this, I was like, hey, this video's got some interesting imagery. Let's fucking go for it. Because, not going to lie, the music video industry is a little lacking.
Really,
Yes.
I hadn't noticed.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of lyric videos. For some reason, it's a lot easier to do that.
The one that Jesse picked was actually a visualizer. It ended up being okay, but like that's what it was.
Oh, really? For Boyd's?
Yes.
No, you're talking about the one
for Arboriculture.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I don't know who would pick Boyd's.
All right, so you're ready to hear Lords of Ruins by CRYPTA.
Yep.
Here we go. By the way, the Dora duet with Rob Halford for Total Eclipse of the Heart fucking slams, yo.
I thought you said Dora, like the Explorer, and I was very confused.
Doro.
Like Doro Pesh, yeah. it's really fun to just look at people's metal face, and you just want to pause and just screen clap it. like mine's the same way. When I do metal vocals, like screaming and growling, I look goofy as fuck. But these gals can really shred.
Yeah.
No, this is good.
I almost quoted Dodgeball, but then remembered that one day if I run for political office, it'll be used against me.
Yeah, like anyone associated with me in this network's ever going to be able to run for public office, including my own son. Hey,
yeah, you're right.
The title of the song in the video you sent?
I think it's.
Just text it to me then.
Yeah, I just sent.
Was it Queen of the Party or something?
Queen of the Night.
Queen of the Night. Okay.
We should have changed that title.
By the way, what's the name of our band? Are we just like Queen of the Night by the MHOD Jukebox?
Perfect.
Okay. That's going up tonight, by the way. And like while I'm waiting for this to deal with this and put it up on YouTube and everything, I will be posting that on TikTok.
I'll send you the link. Oh my gosh, this dude is dead. Like there's. What are we doing?
Why are we
here?
dressing him like a Christmas tree?
What?
I mean, it's so that you're depriving them of everything, including even their form. I don't know.
That's really deep.
I don't know. I was just kind of grasping for straws. Oh, you know what's fucking cool? This is their album cover too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're actually on tour this spring too.
A bunch of tours got announced today. Did you see that?
Ooh, I did not. I need to check that out because, like for me, as soon as I saw Blind Guardian, I'm like, well, that's my one concert for this quarter.
One.
I'm just sad they're not coming anywhere near y'all because they would put on a killer.
I haven't seen anything. I have not seen anything for Blind Guardian near me.
No, they're not. I looked.
Okay.
They're not coming to Florida and in Ohio. It's like I think Cleveland.
Oh wow.
So like the other end of the state.
I think I was telling you the last show where Red Hot Chili Peppers are playing with Ice Cube, and I checked in the tickets for that, and they're like way expensive.
Yep.
I can't do expensive shows anymore, Jesse.
I don't blame you, sir.
I spent the gross national product of Rwanda before the genocide on fucking concert tickets last year. I can't do it again. Trying to save money.
I get it.
Well, having only one person to date will help, right?
It's a very kinky play party that we're watching.
You say it's a very kinky play party?
Yes.
Do you think this is what they wanted to do to that girl when she vomited in the playroom?
I will tell you the manager probably wanted to hang her from a tree.
Oh, man.
And stab her?
At Paradise Lakes and the playroom in Caliente are both shut down now. No playrooms, Jesse.
That's sad.
You're just gonna have to naked swim and bang around on the fucking beach chairs.
Bang around on the beach chairs.
Yep. You can't. There's no playroom to be had, unfortunately.
What happened? Too many vomit parties?
I don't know if it was all that.
It's their insurance probably wouldn't cover it anymore.
Probably not.
Probably all the STDs. This fucking breakdown's killer, by the way.
You have to be experienced in rope. Jesse knows this. If you want to be a rope bunny to somebody's rigger, you really have to take lessons. Somebody asked me about that recently. They were just like, I like to be tied up, and I'm like, I'm not your guy because that's a skill I don't have. That's like that's like a.
I failed Boy Scouts.
Yeah. You have like attributes and shit in D&D. Yeah, I don't have it for rope.
Zero rope rigging.
I can kind of tie out like a bunny ears bow tie. But if you want some real shibari action, go get a fucking professional rigger. And that ain't me, Charlie. All right. That was CRYPTA, Lords of Ruins. Pretty decent.
Yeah, they're a heavy band. I've never heard that.
Yeah, that was a really good album.
Yeah. All right. Well, the title of this podcast tonight was Metal Injections Top 20 Albums of 2023. So the intro goes every year. Hang on, let me make sure. Yeah, okay, you guys can see it. every year we get to December and think, man, what a great year for metal. That's when the arguing begins over what the best was, where each album falls on the year-end list and which ones don't make the cut. It gets a little bloody. Let me say this. Our little corner of the podcast world, we probably did the worst job ever of covering metal albums. Our first podcast was the year in review for the previous year, and then I think we did Steel Panther, Galactic Empire. We did one that's we did two that are actually gonna be on this fucking list. We did Metallica 72 Seasons. We did Cannibal Corpse, Chaos Horrific. We did Tarja, which isn't on this list, obviously. Yes. And I think that's it. I'll double check, but I'm fairly certain we barely covered anything. Yeah, we did one that we because I had a fucking burning desire to talk about the NWA, not the National Wrestling Alliance.
All right.
So I have to make a better effort of scheduling this show next year so that we don't have 6 months in between shows. Actually cover a metal album or two. That's my goal. So anyway, so that's when the arguing begins over what the best was, where each album falls on the year-end list and which ones don't make the cut. It gets a little bloody. As we're working through all the fan votes for the Metal Injection Readers Poll, we at the Metal Injection's office have come up with our very own year-end list based on our collective taste. We had to limit it to 20 because, and I mean, really, there's a lot of great metal out there. We also got lists of our favorite underground records of 2023 from all our writers coming up soon, so stay tuned. All right, so I'm going to tackle these 4 or 5 at a time. Talk about the ones that you listen to that ring out to you, and the ones if you didn't get to it, just leave it alone. Jesse, real quick, before we get into this, though, you sent us a Spotify list.
I did. Yeah, it was actually of this list. So the thing is that shortly after I sent it, within a few days afterwards, I noticed a few of the albums got taken off of that list. I don't know why I didn't create the list. Mm-hmm. Somebody else did. So the Orbit Culture album was actually on that playlist and then was removed for some reason. And the album that started it out was 3 Teeth. So I don't know if Gridlink and the rest of those ones after that actually stayed on there. I don't know what exactly happened. But yeah, I just copied somebody's playlist, sent it to you guys because it was supposedly of this list. So
we got Orbit Culture, Fires in the Distance, Gridlink, Doch Heimsgod, 3 Teeth, we'll stop there. And 3 Teeth. And if I remember correctly, I got to look at the Spotify playlist real quick. And then I got a quick run to the bathroom. But looking at the Metal Injection 20...
Don't forget the seal.
Don't forget the seal.
I just have to go number 1. I want to talk about this 3 Teeth album really quick. This is really good. First of all, their cover, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, is fucking awesome. But, it's the first album that comes on the playlist, so it's the one that jumps out at me of these first 5. I can see why they thought 3 Teeth was one of the best albums of the year. It's really, really good.
I'm landing on Orbit Culture myself. Like I said earlier, it was a band that I didn't even know. They've been around for a while and I've never heard them before, and they kicked some serious ass. There's a track on Orbit Culture called Undercity, which is just phenomenal. The rest of the album's great as well, so I've enjoyed it. I listened to a little bit of the 3 Teeth one. It was okay. That's about the only experience that I had out of those 5. What about you, Coop?
Oh, am I still audible?
You're here. I could see. Well, beautiful. I can see you. You're frozen, but I can hear you.
Oh, good. Okay. There we go. Yeah. So the 2 that I really gravitated towards, Fires in the Distance. I really dug that album. At least from what I remember. I remember actually hearing a couple singles. I didn't get through the whole album because I was kind of trying to listen to everything in a couple weeks. Did not go as well as I'd hoped.
It's tough.
It is. It's a lot to throw in. And I remember being very impressed by the Fires in the Distance when I had heard them because I saw the artwork for the cover and I was like, oh, this is gonna be really fucking cool. Listen to it, love it even more. Dot Heimsgard, that's actually a lot of other lists. They have them a lot higher. I enjoyed the band. I didn't necessarily love it as much as some of the some of the other websites do. They're kind of your extreme metal, so a little bit of that black metal with a couple tinges of death metal in it. I did really enjoy it. I don't know if it necessarily would have made it into a top 20 for me, but I really did like what I heard.
Hey, real quick, Jesse, two things. One, give me, so I can put it on the video, the website and everything, because it's going to be Queen of the Night by Queen of the Night, lyrics and music by MHOD Jukebox and whatever the name of the AI program was.
Okay.
How to credit that? It's,
sure.
you know, they kind of did all
and ChatGPT.
And ChatGPT. Okay. Text
Do not leave my girlfriend out of this.
This is why the band's going to break up, you asshole. Fucking Yoko Ono. Please text that all to me so that I have it.
Hey, it's on its way.
So the other thing I was thinking about while I was peeing just now and not spraying shit all over my bathroom. All right. Hey, Jesse, remember in 2016 when we did the tribute to Carrie Fisher after she had just passed away?
Yes.
So I just re-aired that, and I was listening to it back, and it reminded me of the bit that she talks about in Wishful Drinking, where she's reflecting on a song that Paul Simon wrote. And remember, she was in a relationship with Paul Simon, and she may have been a bit, bitchy and drove Paul Simon a touch nuts. So he wrote a song about her, and she's talking about listening to the song and reading the lyrics and going, I'm a bitch. And they're just thinking, like, about the last bit we just did, and going, is it bad that we're in the company of Paul Simon and Carrie Fisher? Not that
I'm just saying that
even specific.
We will be in the presence of one of the greatest coke nails to ever be on the Star Wars Holiday Special.
This is also true. Leave the good goddamn name of dearly departed Carrie Fisher alone. She was having troubles. Look,
I mean,
you know what, motherfucker? No one's making a Robert Cooper sex doll, okay? But there's one of Carrie Fisher. I'll tell you that right now.
Hey, if somebody made a Robert Cooper sex doll, that would be unfortunate because they would never get anything out of it. A secret agent.
Moving on. Can I move on to the next 5?
You may, because the next band is horrendous.
It certainly is, Ollie. Horrendous, Ontological, Mysterium. God, I love metal bands. Tomb Mold. I once saw Tomb Mold open up for Metallica in 1989 at the Nassau Cup. The Enduring Spirit. By the way, every time I do that, my daughter runs in the room and yells, "Okay, you old geezer."
I cleaned some tomb mold off the inside of my fridge yesterday.
I bet you did, lover. Enslaved, Heimdall. Hey, an actual album that we reviewed, Cannibal Corpse, Chaos Horrific. And one of my favorites on this list, and it's going to be one of the next videos we play for Relief tonight, Katatonia, Sky Void of the Stars. So I remember listening to Katatonia back in the day when Chuck Ninesling, yo, Chuck, where are you? He worked for Caroline Records, and he sent me some Katatonia, and I remember it being pretty good. I feel like I've seen them in Nile back in the day. And
so jealous.
I've lost kind of touch with a lot of those bands from back then. Just haven't kept up on a lot of metal like I should. So I was happy to see that Katatonia was still out there, still making music, and made the top 20 Metal Injection best metal albums of the year. This Katatonia album is one of my favorites. I can see why it's on this list. We talked about Cannibal Corpse. It was a Cannibal Corpse album. We didn't love it. We didn't hate it. It was perfectly serviceable. I have not heard Horrendous, Tomb Mold, or Enslaved, so I'll pitch it to you, Coop.
Oh, to me. Oh, boy. So I didn't listen to the Horrendous album. I did see them open up for... Oof, sorry.
Crazy band name.
That was horrendous.
Thank you. I saw them open up for, it was Midnight, Creator, and Obituary. And I remember I heckled them like the douchebag that I am.
Way to go.
They said, "We are horrendous," and I just yelled back, "I wouldn't be saying that out loud." They were really fucking good there. They rocked. I didn't get to listen to the album. Tomb Mold, a lot of people are really loving that album. It's like number 1 on a ton of other lists. I really dug it. I love me some good Canadian death metal. So it rocked my socks. Enslaved. I didn't think it was as good as their last few albums. I felt it was a little more, a little less on the heavy side, a little more on the folk edge, but it was still good. Cannibal Corpse was Cannibal Corpse. If you like Cannibal Corpse, Cannibal Corpse. Fucking love it. It was good. And then Katatonia, I actually felt like this was a good return to their the sound that they had been bringing with Fall of Hearts from 2019. I think it was 2017. Because their last album had a little more of an electronic vibe to it. It wasn't quite as doomy as I liked them. So hearing this album, while I didn't love it as like the Fall of Hearts, I adore that album. But Sky Void of Stars has some fucking great songs on it. I really liked it.
Yeah, man. I was really Katatonia's been around for a while, from what I understand.
Yes, sir.
Don't think I've ever listened to them before until just
What?
recently. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They have a whole death metal side too.
Wow.
Like their first few albums were death metal.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, Sky Void of Stars, I had that album on repeat quite a bit. There's a couple songs that really stood out to me. Author was one of them. And then the other one was, hold on a second. I got it here. Nope. Colossal Shade. Colossal Shade was the other one that stood out to me. So
That's a really good one.
Yeah, both of those tracks stood out to me, but the whole album was great. And I was like, man, this is a fantastic album that I'm really sorry I've been missing out on this band. I didn't get a chance. I wanted to listen to the Avenged Sevenfold one. I never did. And I'm kind of kicking myself a little bit there.
Well, okay, we're just gonna move into the next 5 because let me tell you.
Oh, did I jump? Did I jump?
You did.
I did.
A little bit. You're supposed to stop at Metallica.
I didn't listen. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
So we reviewed Metallica 72 Seasons. We gave it a pretty decent review. Not as good as Death Magnetic, in my opinion, but still pretty solid. You know who's not a huge fan of Metallica?
Dave Mustaine.
No, Shipwreck.
Shipwreck. Unbelievable.
No, because like I'm going crazy for fucking Enter Sandman with the hot girls, and she's just like, I'm like, what's your problem? She's like, not a huge fan. And I think
you're like, oh, did they not have that at the Cobra Commander Studios?
They not bumping Metallica at the Terror Dome.
They're not. Don't have that CD in your trouble bubble.
But it's funny because like she was in the car. And, you know, I was listening to a podcast and, you know, when a hot girl gets in your car, you have to turn like the intellectual stuff off. They just want to hear music. They want to dance. Jessica.
Oh, I don't listen to any music. I want to hear them speak.
Yeah, no, I don't also want to hear women speak. Anyway, but my point, Barbie, my number 1 movie of the year. Anywho.
I love Barbie. It was so good.
It really was. Says the guy who just says, I don't want to hear women speak. Anyway, my point being with all of this is she gets in the car and I immediately turn the podcast off. She's like, and so I'm like, I put on a metal playlist. And I just put like a random Spotify metal playlist on, and it starts playing Metallica. And like 2 minutes in, she's like, "Could you please put on anything but Metallica?" I'm like, what the fucking got a metalhead are you?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, she was not into it at all. Not.
You should put on some Beatallica next time.
Maybe.
Do you remember you remember them, right?
Wage War. She did not stop telling me about how great Wage War is.
They are kind of basic, if you ask me.
Yeah, well, have that conversation with her and let her give you the 20-hour lecture.
That's she may.
I've enjoyed some Wage War.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you can go. Maybe you can hang out with her next New Year's. She can tell you all about it.
Okay.
We would require you to leave Ohio, though.
Well,
what if she goes to them?
Out of luck. Out of luck.
What if she goes where?
What if she goes to them?
Hang on.
That's not happening either.
We'll go to BFE, Ohio.
That's right.
All right, so we have Metallica 72 Seasons, Avenged Sevenfold, Life is But a Dream, and The Sin of Human Frailty. Avatar, Dance Devil Dance. Missed them twice. Once because I didn't have money, and the second time because I was helping the Jackie move, and then I stopped talking to the Jackie. And then Night Demon out. Yeah, I'm on like the 3rd time of not talking to Jackie, by the way, Jesse. So I hope
number 3. Third time's a charm.
Yeah, maybe this will stick. Night Demon.
Everybody else stuck her.
I don't want to talk about it. All right.
I'm sorry.
So I saw Avenged Sevenfold. They were pretty good. I saw them with Falling in Reverse. That was a really good show. Avenged Sevenfold put on I had no idea Avenged Sevenfold was as fucking popular as they are.
Yeah, they're huge, man.
Yeah, they are. Like, so they played the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater, which is like, you know, whatever outdoor amphitheater venue your city has, your state has, that's ours here in Tampa. And it was like almost sold fuck out, man. Like this is the only time I've ever had to like stand because there was no room on the lawn was Stevie Nicks. It wasn't quite that bad, but this was pretty packed.
Wow.
Yeah, not a seat in the house. But they did a really good show. I took a lot of video for that one. I sent it to my buddy. The crowd really liked it. I have to say the new Avenged Sevenfold, like I'm not the world's biggest fan of the band, but if I had to be sold on the band, this was an album worth selling me on it. Like it's really, really good. I have not heard the new Avatar. I've heard it's great.
Oh, wow.
I've not heard End, nor have I heard Night Demon. Coop?
I mean, Metallica, like we listened to it. I liked it more than Hardwired. Frankly, because I think it had a little more editing than Hardwired.
Mm-hmm.
It still wasn't curated enough.
Right.
I don't think.
Self-Destruct came out after Death Magnetic. I think I blocked that from my memory.
Yeah, we did that whole double album. We reviewed the whole fucking thing.
It's the review that drove me from Blog Talk Radio.
Yep. I didn't listen to the Avenged Sevenfold. What I did hear from it, I thought was interesting. I admit, as a band, I think their fan base kind of turned me off of them more than anything when I was in high school, because their fans can be quite rabid. Didn't listen to End, sadly. Avatar, I thought it was good. I didn't think it was great. I liked their last album a lot more. I thought their last album that had a lot more to it. I feel
like Jesse and I reviewed that one, and Jesse really liked it because it was so quirky.
And then Night Demon, I'm actually surprised to see them. I stumbled upon them. They're sort of your traditional style, and I really did enjoy them. I didn't necessarily think they were top 20 level, but I liked what I heard.
All right, Jesse, you got anything for these?
Avatar was great.
Yes,
really, really enjoyed that album. Night Demon, just to kind of throw this out there, never heard of the band, but listened to the album and I dug what I was hearing. Here's some bands that they sound like. Tell me if you guys recognize any of them. Ambush.
Nope.
High Spirits.
Nope.
Stallion.
Nope.
Air Raid.
Nope.
Screamer.
Nope.
And it's fucking Cauldron.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I really like Cauldron, actually.
Okay. Well, that's fans also like Cauldron, according to Spotify. But yeah, man, I didn't get a chance to listen to the Avenged Sevenfold. I don't think I listened to the Metallica one. Did we review it?
Yes.
We did a whole fucking podcast on it.
Remember, you left because you said, I am not doing that 112 song countdown at bedtime, damn it.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, you fucked up the podcast like you needed a sandwich.
I was hungry. Okay. Yep. That's all I have to say about that.
All right. The final five. Right. Countdown to number 1. Number 5, Sleep Token. Take Me Back to Eden. In Flames. Foregone. Still out there kicking around. In Flames. I got into them around the same time I got into Katatonia. Cryptopsy as Gamora Burns. Insomnium. Anno 1696. And finally, the number. This is so weird to me. The number 1 album of 2023, according to Metal Injection, is Cattle Decapitation, Parasite. Cattle Decapitation is one of those fucking bands that when I like want to share with the straights, goofy band names, is one of the ones. It's like that John Cougar concentration camp, like anal cunt, like it's in that top 5. It's so funny to me because like Cattle Decapitation, if you like that like grindcore kind of blast beaty death metals, is fine. It is a very niche sounding band. It's weird that this group of neckbeards thought it was the number 1 album. Like I have to go back and listen to it now because there was nothing about Cattle Decapitation other than the hilarity of the name and some of the album titles and artwork that would make it stand out to me. Like if you just played Cattle Decapitation, didn't tell me it was Cattle Decapitation, didn't show me the band artwork, didn't show me any titles, and just listen, I'd be like, all right, sounds like 100 other bands I've heard of, and it's indistinctive. How did we land here, Robert Cooper?
I mean, well, I was going to go in order, but to answer your question, I actually really enjoyed that Cattle Decapitation album.
Mhm.
I felt like it was a lot more technical than I was expecting. It's still pretty brutal, but I really enjoyed it. There were probably about 5 or 6 songs I ended up kind of picking out and putting on the playlist that I made because it's one of those coming in because I actually got to see them live this year and I really liked them, but I couldn't necessarily pick out a song that stood out besides "We Eat Our Young," which was from this new album. And listening to that as a whole, I don't know, it really did resonate in a way with me. I guess going in reverse order, Insomnium. I really like the Insomnium album. It didn't necessarily make the top 20 for me, but I love Insomnium as a band altogether.
Yeah.
Cryptopsy. I did not listen to it. Now I'm disappointed because I really like good Cryptopsy. I like None So Vile Cryptopsy from '95. I do not like their attempt at being more modern. So I feel like this would be a return to form. What was the fourth band?
Sleep Token.
No, that was fifth.
Sleep
In
Token,
Flames.
In Flames, Cryptopsy, Insomnia.
In Flames. So the In Flames album I really liked. I don't think it's to the level of, I don't think it's Jester Race or Lunar Strain or
plus or minus Cloud Connected.
I think it's better than Cloud Connected. Cloud Connected to me has some really good riffs.
Yeah,
but
I feel like Cloud Connected was like the turning point for that band.
Yeah, I think it had some really good riffs, but I don't necessarily find that they go more melodic than death metal. And some of their recent albums have been really poor. Like, I've really disliked them.
Yeah.
So listening to this one,
the last couple albums, it's one of the reasons why I stopped listening to the band.
Yeah. So when people were giving this one solid attention, I was like, okay, I'm down for this. And while I didn't think it was like necessarily like greatest of all time, return to form, it's a good direction for them to go in, and I really liked it. Sleep Token, so they are the band that all the girls love and all the neckbeards really hate. And I got to see them with
Natalia took you to.
Yeah, that's the one that Natalia and I went and saw at a local venue for $20.
Okay.
Now
how long after did you guys break up?
I mean, we broke up in May, I think. May or June. Yeah, it was June.
When was that show?
September 2022.
Oh, okay. So it was a little while.
Yeah, it was a while after, but now they're selling out fucking Wembley.
Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure they have. They announced like a large show, and they're doing gangbusters.
Like Wembley's Bar in Baltimore, Maryland, or Wembley Stadium?
Pretty sure it's the stadium. Like they've got like some bigger. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be misread it. Maybe it's Wembley's Bar, but they're doing amazing, and their stuff is real.
I was just gonna say, I popped onto Spotify. I mean, you're looking at some of these fucking songs got 92 million listens.
Yeah,
92 fucking million.
Yeah. Did either of y'all get a chance to listen to it?
I think
but I feel like I'm missing out.
I started it and it's different to me. It felt like a little bit more than, and as far as metal goes, I mean, was there some heavy stuff on there? Because I didn't get too far.
Yeah. So that is actually the thing. I will say the reason that it's popular with the lady folks is that it does have some of that modern pop sort of dour, sort of melancholic sound. There is actually in the title track a straight up, he goes down into an R&B like rap breakdown, which works. I love that song a lot. But
I remember that. I remember hearing like, man, what am I listening to? How did this make the metal list?
Yeah. Well, because I don't know if you remember, but I chose them as my video for one of our shows too.
Okay.
That was the one where the main singer's character is just sitting in the chair and he's fucking like straight up like just mutilating and twisting apart these troops that are trying to get to him.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you remember that one, but it's one of those. It actually is my favorite album of the year. It really is. So many of the songs, there's a lot of variation on there. The drum work is impeccable. Their drummer's fucking awesome. I love their gimmick too, because they're one of those bands where you legitimately don't know any of the members. And I think that's cool. Like, yes, it's a gimmick. I get it. But like, especially seeing them live, which I'm going to hold that over every metalhead I had. Like every person I know, like there's a girl at work that's early 20s into that sort of stuff. And I was like, yeah, I pulled up a pic that I was, fucking 20 feet from Vessel, the singer. And she's like, wow, what the fuck? I was like, yep, $20 in Greensboro. It's one of those bands. They really are a favorite band of mine. Like Natalia got me into them. Hello, Natalia. Yeah, because I'm sure she's still watching. Because she does for some reason. I don't know why. That's why. That's why, actually.
Look,
she wants a little piece of the Maki jerky, if you will.
can we just be honest and half old and half dying? But let's be honest. This is the reason people watch. All
she's like, I want to go on the Radulich tour.
She's like, I can't have him. I don't want him, but I have to watch him.
Yeah, it's a fantastic album. Like there's a lot of variation. There's only like 2 or 3 songs I didn't necessarily care for. Otherwise, like I thought it was great. And I do understand why you're more, I guess, serious metal sort of elite types. Like if I was still writing the Hammer of Doom news report at 23 when this band took off, I'd bitch a lot. I would have bitched a ton.
Sure.
I would have fucking shit my pants and started bitching.
Back then. Little Robert Cooper living in his mom's basement, sometimes getting locked in. Like you were a gatekeeper back then.
Yeah, and I mean, to a degree, it's one of those. I take it seriously, but it's just to a degree. I guess I just don't have the bandwidth to hate stuff as much anymore.
And also talk about that. You get to a certain point in your age, and you're just like, I don't hate shit anymore. Like I don't have the time or the energy.
Yeah, it's just like I got too much going on.
You find yourself at a '90s fucking cover show, screaming Sheryl Crow at a hot girl when she rubs her ass on you.
Ooh, but I adored that album. I mean, I would just say, listen, I think you should both at least give it a shot, see what you like. I mean, it was, like I said, it's the new hotness.
All right, Jesse, before we go to our last video, take me home, baby doll.
Hey, look, I wish I could say I enjoyed anything from the top 5. There were other albums lower in the list that I really liked, and In Flames did kind of also. They burned a bridge for me too a while back. Like it seemed like all I heard was In Flames for the longest time, and I was just like, I don't want to hear these guys anymore. So I didn't really give that album a chance. So
I'm telling you, man, after Cloud Connected, I fucking tuned out.
I will say Insomnium is a band that I like, and I listened to the album once. I really wanted to give it some more listens. So out of the top 5, okay, I guess I'll say I enjoyed number 2. Rest of them, though, unfortunately, get a chance to get around to.
All right, folks, last song of the night. It's my pick, and it's actually Jesse's pick.
Let me tell you, we are going to just we love Katatonia. We just talked about it.
Yeah,
I could go on about them for so long.
So Jesse sends me the videos, and I hadn't picked mine yet. I've had other stuff I was thinking about. I had like a almost 4-hour podcast last night doing our year in review on Daniel Hollywood. I was busy. But so I hadn't picked my video yet. I figured I'd do it when I got home. And then Jesse's like, I picked the song. I'm like, great, Jesse. And then he's like, I picked another song. I don't want the other song anymore. I'm like, I'm stealing yours then. And I realized, and I kind of looked at what it was. I'm like, oh, it's Katatonia. I don't really care if the video is any good or not. I really like I said before, I really liked that album. So it was either going to be that or something from Three Teeth. And this just made my life easier. So here we go. Convenience by Katatonia. No, it's Birds.
Yeah, this is actually a tribute to Mickey Rourke's character in Iron Man 2. You remember he was like, my boy.
My Boyd, yes.
My Boyd. I need my Boyd.
You, by the way, the first 5 seconds of this video is everything you need to know about this video. This
all right, they are playing in a room.
I love how they got a director. Like, there's a director to this. And I'm like, okay, let's give him credit because, I mean, guys, I'm telling you, this is definitely a band that's like, look, I think we've done a lot. Let's just do a video where we're playing a song.
There actually is there's actually a really good video for Shifts off of Fallen Hearts that is actually very sad.
Oh,
There's
really?
is actually what's really funny is there's a meme. I think that I posted in our chat.
You sent it. Yeah, you sent it, and I saw it. I wanted to mention that because it's great. But yeah, go ahead.
KATATONIA mosh pit, and everybody's just hugging and crying.
Every time I listened to the album after you sent that, I was like, man, that fucking gets this band.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, you know what's really interesting is their first 3 or 4 albums are death metal, including Brave Murder Day. The vocals are Mike Ackerfeld of Opeth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Because Jonas Renske, the vocalist, he was also the bassist, I think, too. He just wanted to focus on the bass work. So he thought he was done. And then they started shifting to more of a doom and gothic tone. And I love almost everything they put out. It hits my little sad boy button.
Wow.
What fuck the sad boy?
Yeah, well, you know what's funny, Mark? I feel like maybe it's just the life experience has changed you, but I feel like you used to hate this sort of shit.
You're not wrong, but I have so mellowed out on everything needs to sound like Pantera.
Because you were like, I do not like doom. It is too slow. I do not like this.
Which weird. Meanwhile, I'm like the world's biggest Typo Negative fan. Here's the thing. This isn't slow and doomy maybe Cathedral. Cathedral used to drive me nuts. This has a beat to it. This has some life.
Yeah, and it's one of those that their music kind of more. Yeah, you're right. It is more gothic than doom.
And we know how much I love the gothic metal.
I do love gothic metal is great, as are big titty goth girls
with the black duct tape on their tits.
Oh, see, mine doesn't do.
I went on a date. This is a girl that's basically becoming my girlfriend now, so she doesn't go crazy on me. And she was like, "What do I wear on our date?" And I was taking her to a place called Rock and Brews here in Tampa, and I'm like, "I don't know, I'm like clothes." She's like, "No, help me. What do I wear? I haven't been on a date in a while. What do you want me to wear?" And I'm like, "Black mini skirt, Scotch tape on your boobs." That's now my standard answer.
You know what's funny? As I went out with a girl once, I was 6'1". That was fun. Because you know me, I'm 6'2".
Yeah, I was gonna say you're like giant Kali sized.
Yeah, so she was as tall, and she's like, "What would you like me to wear?" I'm like, "I don't know, man. Schoolgirls are kind of hot." So she showed up to that date dressed exactly like one.
Like a 6'1" fucking basketball playing schoolgirl.
Yeah, like the white shirt with the little cute tie, plaid skirt, glasses.
You me to go the park. I want to see you. Dunk a basket. That should have gotten a laugh.
Well, no, it froze.
Dude. You froze.
Oh, I froze.
Yeah, it was like, I want to see you.
What I said was, depending on who heard what, she's like, "What are you going to take me on our date?" I'm like, "To the local park. I want to see you dunk a basketball." There we go. That's what I was looking for.
Winner fucks the winner eats out the loser.
This needy princess got the approval he was looking for.
Oh, the needy princess.
Oh, needy princesses. All right.
Anything for you, my love.
Thank you. Well, this needy princess has reached the end of its podcast. Folks, this was our 2023 year in review. This is a really fun show. And it's so funny because I really didn't have a show put together tonight. I was like, I trust. It was one of those Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle moments where I trust you guys. We'll put this together. Just call it in the ring.
It's a good thing it went that way, and not the other Chris Benoit.
So I apparently there's a Facebook group called Perk Angle. Can you guys explain that?
Perk Angle.
We're so close to the end
because Pert was addicted to Kurt was addicted to painkillers. So when he was in TNA, he was Perk Angle. That man was definitely not well.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I know. I was wondering. Speaking of Kurt Pert. All right.
Because he's a meme now.
Yeah, that's I think what's happened, and it's popped up all over my Facebook right now.
It's because it was like he did his first TikTok, and like he did the thing, but then they kept the camera on him, and he thought it was done, so that's why he's just staring like. And that's the one everybody's been using for that meme.
Perk angle.
So no show in February because I think 1 week I'm going to Pantera. And there's just a lot of like 5th.
Ooh.
This is great. I love this. We don't have a show in February. Yeah.
Oh, sure. Did I freeze again?
Yeah.
It's like we have no show in February.
The end.
Okay. The next show is March 5th.
Okay.
Because I got Black History stuff I got to do, and then I'll start filling in dates after that. So we'll be back March 5th.
Can we do Black Metal History Month in March?
Maybe.
Why not?
Well, all right. Yesterday was a long show. Myself, David Wright, Alexis Haynen, and Robert Winfrey, we reviewed Rebel Moon. Then we threw David off the podcast, and we did our year in review, and we did our projections for 2024. We looked at the entire list of movies coming out, and we figured out between the three of us what we think will make the top 10. It was not a pretty conversation.
Oh wow,
it's a good one, but it was like by the end of it, we were just like, oh, this is sad.
No problem.
Thursday, when you think The Punisher, you think Pat Mullen.
I was going to say I think Archie myself.
Hey.
Who doesn't? So Pat is going to be joining me for a triple feature of the Dolph Lundgren Punisher, the Thomas Jane Punisher, and the Ray Stevens Punisher War Journal movies. And you might be asking yourself, is this my beautiful house? Is Jesse Starcher my beautiful wife? And Jesse Starcher doesn't pay close enough attention to
Yep, I don't.
The chat, to the podcast chat. So he
I wonder why
Punisher podcast. So maybe Jesse will show up. Maybe he won't. Maybe he misses out on all the Punisher talk.
When is that being recorded?
Thursday, 9:00.
Got something scheduled, brother. Sorry.
Well, I guess you miss out then.
I am going to miss out. It kind of pisses me off. No, I'm just kidding. I'm all right with
whatever.
It.
Go play Snap with your hetero life mate.
Evan Bevins. I'll bring his name up here and again in just a few.
It's Evan Bevins, superstar. All right. Next week, what am I fucking doing next week besides being passive aggressive? Next week we got The Beekeeper on Damn You Hollywood. David Wright will be back. We'll be doing Star Trek Lower Decks. I may or may not be on Alexis's review of Echo. Depends on if I can get it watched in time. And then Chris Bailey. He's going to be coming on the show.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to be talking the Flintstones movies. It's the Flintstones and Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas on a long road to ruin. That'll be fun. Jesse Starcher, show us where you pissed from.
Oh, man. Listen, we just celebrated the year-end special for source material as well, and I hurt Mark's feelings a little bit because I picked one show that I liked from everybody, and Mark's like, well, why didn't you pick 3 for me? It's like, no, Mark, come on.
I missed that detail.
Apparently I did not convey, and I am still worried. I haven't checked in with everybody else that they also understand that I love every show that I do. I just picked one of each one that I did with everybody.
Yeah, so what I heard was only stuff with Evan made the top 10 and some stuff with Dean. And when I think about stuff I did with Mark, I think about the very last thing that no one's heard yet.
Oh, yeah, okay. I did realize afterwards.
Whole year's worth of shows. And just like, yeah, none of them meant anything.
I recorded it in fucking 2023.
Only
that counts.
Evans means anything to me.
Whatever. Anyway, you could go and check that out. It's about a half hour long where I got to discuss. Hey, I went into statistics of what my show. There might be a little bit sad, but hey, you might be able to check out like some of the fun shows that I really enjoyed by listening to that year-end review. We did talk about. I'm going to pitch. I'm not going to pitch it, but I'm going to talk to everybody out there and let them know that Mark and I talked about Doom Patrol, and that was a fun show.
Yes, it was.
That was a so.
Want to see Mark have another mental breakdown? Doom Patrol.
Okay, I said fun, didn't I? Yeah, it was. It did get emotional, and
I shared that with Sarah. I'm like,
stuff.
Sarah, I don't know why I had this fucking mental breakdown. Like, I described her what happened with Cliff, and I'm like, I don't know why it got to me. She did. It's like everything because like your kids are getting older and your life is changing, and the last 2 years have not been easy for you, and maybe you just have fucking had enough. And I'm like, nah, that can't be it.
Nah, that can't be it.
Nah.
Yesterday on the Source Material Comics feed, Unspoken Issues dropped where myself, Dean Compton, Derry Waite got together and talked about the 20th issue, the final issue, in Jack Kirby's Fourth World, written by John Byrne. And it was kind of a retelling of a previous story, but written and drawn by John Byrne. And Superman goes to Supertown. And as Mark said, did he buy toilet paper? Well, you have to tune in and find out because he might have went shopping. You never know. And then next week on the 15th, myself and Evan Bevins, the other guy that hangs out with me and does podcasts, we will be getting together and talking Booster Gold 52 pickup.
By the way,
I love Booster Gold.
Oh,
so Alexis was all like, "Oh, Jesse says I could pick the next topic. I'm either going to pick Booster Gold or Snagglepuss." And I'm like, "He's doing Booster Gold with Evan, and we already did Snagglepuss." She's like, "You ever watch Alexis's face just fall the fuck right off?"
I know she knew about Booster Gold, but I did. Wow, yeah,
Yeah,
we did talk
she thinks Booster Gold's a choice.
Well,
You might want to reach out to her again.
I'm all right with as long as it's not 52 pickup because I need to read more Booster. I mean, seriously,
Booster.
Yeah. I've been told I need to watch like an episode of it's either Batman BTAS with Booster in it, or maybe it was Justice League Unlimited with Booster.
It was Justice League Unlimited.
Okay. Yeah, I've been told that I need to watch that before I discuss it with Evan. So anyway, check that out. We're going to be talking about that next Monday. And Snap Material with Evan Bevins. If you play mobile, the mobile Marvel card game Marvel Snap, Evan Bevins and myself get together once a month and talk about the previous season, upcoming season, and some of the fun things that we get into, doing online battles and all sorts of fun stuff. So at top fives are my favorite. Mark, did you know that?
No, because I don't listen to your fucking show. I think I was Ubering.
Taste a little bitterness.
I think I was Ubering one day and I accidentally listened to one of them and I couldn't turn it off because I was Ubering and I have to like pay attention.
Oh no, I can't listen to that show.
Yeah. So I let it play.
Don't give us the satisfaction of a listen popping up on my stats either. Whatever you do.
No, because I don't matter to you. So anyway,
This coming from a sex club.
So I did try to listen to it, and it's like I haven't played I know the game. I played it for a little while, but I haven't played it in so long. So you guys are talking like you guys are so far into the show. You have inside jokes. I'm like,
yes, we do.
This fucking nerdy love triangle. No, thank you.
Mark door dashing his way through a sex club. People keep getting pubic hair in the nachos, and they give him bad reviews. It's not his fault.
Your hoagie. That's not where that goes.
Come over here, big boy. Pink sock approaches.
All right, folks. Thank you for listening to our year in review. We'll be back March 5th. We'll figure out what album we're going to review and what other sexy stories I'm going to tell. By that point, I'll have already gone to see like 3 or 4 shows. So I'll give you my concert report. Hey, Jesse, the new girl knows how to be on time. Feather.
That's
Weather
good.
is her name.
That's good.
Code name Weathermaker.
You know, you do need somebody that's punctual in your life. That's for sure.
So far, so good.
That's all right.
Everyone's perky and punctual, which is the phrase that pays. All right. Thank you for joining us here on the Metal Hammer of Doom Jukebox. For the Metal Coop, Robert Cooper. For the Starch, I am the Rad. Be well, be safe, and behave.